should have microdosed all the way here, wrote his caps.
Or just ate them before this one, you know?
So what's up with that true chip? Like, bro, 4 pieces, dog.
I got a clown nose in front of me.
Oh, fucking funny, guys.
That'd be good.
I enjoy them.
I enjoy them.
Yeah, man.
Never done that.
I
dude.
fuck with Motrin.
Oh, yeah. We
Dude, I
some now.
tried.
Is that
I
drugs?
tried before the 50th. I tried taking indica. I'm not a weed guy. I took an indica edible.
Oh, okay. I was like, taking indica. That doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah, I don't, dude. I fucking ate it and I fucking sat there and I'm like,
Dude, indica probably give you body high, huh?
I fucking went like this and I'm like, everybody's talking and I went, and I'm like, and they look at me. They go, "You all right?" And I'm like, "No."
No, bro.
And I'm like, everything was slow motion.
How do I turn this shit off?
Dude,
Yeah.
I fucking went to bed like at 8 o'clock. I'm fucking crying to my wife going, sorry for being an asshole today. Like, fucking bitch down.
I don't fuck with edibles, bro. They put
She's
me
like,
in
take
a
some more
trance.
indica. You need to take some more indica, sir.
I kind of like this version.
Well,
of you.
then we
What's
were
going
doing
on?
the she has like a little mint. It's like a 2.5 mint. And those were
Yeah.
good, okay. You know, but I feel like there's no threshold. Like I could drink 10 of these and know, okay, I know I'm going to be.
Well, you know where you
I
need
take
to be.
fucking 5 of those things.
Oh, you never
hit
know
my-
about edibles.
No,
Nope.
I don't like it.
No.
You don't know how
How
quick
was
they're
that?
going to hit you either because they don't hit instantly.
Yo, bro, my neighbor brought over a cookie, and she's like, try these cookies out. They're pretty strong, though. And I ate half the cookie, and I'm like, dude, I'm good off pretty much anything. I ate that cookie, I was just fucking like on Spaceballs. Like I was
teaching
talking to
yourself
Pizza
how
the
to-
Hut. I was talking to Pizza the Hut. Fool. Oh, like,
I
damn.
haven't heard that fucking.
Oh, my son loves that movie. He's 14.
Dude, that's a great movie,
oh,
dude.
Bro,
Teaching himself how to
Spaceballs,
breathe.
Perrier.
Fuck. Been there, done that.
We
I don't
watch
want to ever be there again.
all our kids watch Hot Rod. That's the fucking
Dude, Hot
Oh,
Rod's
yeah.
the shit, bro.
dude. I love that fucking.
Whiskey.
Dude, that's the best part. Yeah. Whiskey.
What did you say?
Somebody's getting their dick hole smashed.
I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day.
Oh, bro. Yeah, Silas loves that movie. my son's name is Silas. He loves that shit.
Eat smoke.
Yeah. Too much.
I love that movie. I'll say we're gonna start with round 2.
Let's do it.
So let's do. This is gonna be blank, right? Blanked, blanked.
Yep.
So am I right, Cesar,
Yep.
Danny,
Yep.
Jack?
Yes, sir.
Gotta get on the fucking
on,
mic,
bro.
Come
My
on,
bad.
God damn it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm another Bud Light, motherfucker.
Come on, post.
So they all drove down here together, so it's pretty cool. They'll be at the event, so you'll probably see them there. This is probably gonna be after the event, so you'll see them there. I guess this started was a shirt company,
It started as a review-based company.
review-based company.
Yeah, like a website.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are just reviewing like swim baits, everything, a little bit of everything.
Kind of your niche items.
Okay.
Stuff that there wasn't a lot of information on.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that anglers wanted to know more about rather than going out and spend, X amount of money without knowing shit about it. And then all of a sudden they're going, well, why the hell did I spend all this money? And this is not what I wanted. So we wanted to kind of dig into the area of fishing that wasn't really covered. You know what I mean? I mean, you have other review sites and stuff. You got Tactical Bassin and all these other ones. We're not really trying to cover a drop shot worm. There's enough information on that type of stuff. We wanted to cover your niche items, your swim baits, apparel. I mean, but not even really just that. Really anything outdoors as far as fishing goes. And then gradually kind of introduce, tips, tricks. Kind of try to get away from the fact of almost give anglers the opportunity to not have to do all the work. Try to help them out a little bit so that there's less of the game of learning it. They can kind of take little bits and tricks and translate that into their game with new techniques and stuff. So,
And who came up with the idea? Was it you or both you guys?
it was Cesar.
Caesar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the idea for blanked because, it's blanked. I always blank.
I think a lot of people do, bro.
But it's okay. It's okay to blank.
Yeah.
And I looked for the site, and somebody wanted like 20 G's for blanked, like spelled correctly.
Yes.
So I know it's blanked with a T, and people think it's blanket.
Yeah.
But if it was with a D, they would think it was blacked. And we all know what site that is. So I went with the blanked with the T.
Yeah. Way better.
So it's blanked. It was just kind of like this idea I had, you know what I'm saying? With like to be honest with you, like I got this lateral vision gear, and I wasn't accustomed to their stuff. I hadn't had any shirts or nothing, and I got their rain jacket, their Eminent rain jacket or whatever it was called, and their backpack, and I was like, "Yo, this stuff is fresh." But you know, for like even for me, like for my t-shirts, I charge $30. I pay a lot because they're the drip, but
Yeah.
I could see how people would be like, "Yo, lateral vision, like this says a rain jacket and like it's $100. I could buy this," but I took the chance, and when I got it, I loved it, and I was like, "Yo, man, like people, like somebody needs to bring shine to these cats. Everybody knows Sims is good because Sims is dope,
Yeah.
but there's these smaller people like lateral vision that have dope stuff. So I thought it'd be cool to have a platform to kind of push them out there. It hasn't kind of stuck to that 100%, but that was like the original,
Yeah. Which
like
is
brainchild.
cool.
You know what I mean? Like I seen other people in me, you know, or like lateral vision's dope. They're pushing mad product and their shit's stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it looks good. So I was like, yo, man, somebody needs to say, hey, man, take a chance on these guys because it's dope.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like what it started. And then I just sat on the name for a while and asked Danny, like, hey, I can't do this. I got so much going on. You know, do you want, and we're so different. Me and Danny are so different. Like, you know, it seemed like the right choice at the time. So
Yeah. And then that's when you bring kind of Danny to say, hey.
yeah, and you
come-
can see
come
by
help
the
out.
site, like if you look at the site, you could tell that like he does like a lot of work on there. So
Yeah.
I'm so busy. Like he carries the weight, but I try to contribute and you know, put it down. I really don't like giving advice about fishing because I'm not good at it, you know. But you know,
What's
I'm
your
down.
PB again?
I knew this would come up. I don't have a
3
scale.
pounds, 3 ounces. Don't let them lie to you.
Okay.
No,
did you measure it?
I don't believe in a scale, so like anymore, because all the people will say that it wasn't that big, even if you have it on the scale, they'll say it wasn't. You're pulling the tail,
Yeah.
but it was 27 and a half inches. Is
What does that equal to? Like 12, 10, 12?
Yeah, I've heard up to 13.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I don't even want to say. You know how it is online,
Okay.
or whatever. People call you out, but it was easily like I've weighed 10s and 12 and 11s and 12s, and I weighed my PB at like 12, and it seemed way bigger than that. And that was the day I stacked like 40 something in like 20 minutes. So
Fuck.
but it just it is what it is.
Hey, you know how to fish.
I guess
Truth
I get
be told,
lucky.
hey, truth be told.
I get lucky.
You have those days,
Yeah.
especially on the
yeah.
Delta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, like, it came to that. Like, Electric had some cool glasses I wrote about. Like, yeah, it's more about, like, informing people.
Which I
you
think is super cool because it's like, yeah, I don't want to. When I first started, I spent a lot of money on bullshit. A lot of money. Thousands probably on fucking Shakespeare rods and
Oh, shit.
Daiwa Strike Force fucking baitcasters. Like some
yeah.
fucked up shit. And you're like,
Easy
it
trap to
worked.
fall into.
But if I would have bought, like, say, like a fucking Calcutta right off the bat, it would have lasted me forever.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like to have something like that where if someone's kind of new and they're like, I'm getting into swim baits, they could look at Swim Bait Underground. They can go to see reviews from you guys.
Yeah.
Kind of a different way to look at it, like, which is just helping someone out in the end, which is great.
And we wanted to stick to stuff that's completely unbiased. It's all of our honest opinion on stuff. We're not getting paid for this shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, this is our honesty. I mean, obviously there's a lot of opinions behind it. I mean, somebody might think something completely different. I might like a Tranks 200. Somebody might say that's the biggest piece of shit they've ever used.
Yeah.
It's my opinion.
Yeah.
Whether or not people want to listen, that's up to them. We just wanted to be able to give our honest feedback on stuff that people really didn't have a whole lot of information on prior. You know what I mean? Like you're saying, you got into fishing and you spent a lot of money on shit that, looking back on now, you go, man, I would have never done that had I known more information on stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my secret credit card. I could have bought some good shit with that, dude.
I can't talk about my secret
I got
credit card.
busted like a motherfucker. My wife tried to pay that off. I talked about it on another podcast. I got fucking busted.
Yeah, what
dude.
the fuck is a strike force?
Shakespeare. You never take me to these plays. What the fuck's going on?
Ugly stick. What the fuck?
I'll show you my fucking ugly.
Yeah, for real.
No, really,
I
dude.
feel it.
I mean,
I
it's
feel
true. It's a cool thing to think about. Like having a real honest review. Like if you know the guys, like I met you, it's even better to like hear from you guys because you're gonna tell the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great concept. You know,
we really wanted
Why is
to.
you laughing over there still, dude? The fuck, dude?
Yeah, we tell the truth. No, for real though. Like, yeah, that's what that's been my downfall. You tell the truth too much. In an industry
That's a good
like
thing.
this, but like that's why I want to write it on the Daiwa Coastal. It's horrendously ugly. It's blue like this, but it's the baddest reel. Like I don't have any problem saying that. I'm not trying to badmouth the reel. I have it. It's just it's so dope. Like it's a 200
I said the same
coastal.
shit on here. Like I love my Abu reels,
Uh-huh.
but as soon as they get with salt,
Oh
to
yeah, I
me,
heard that. Yeah.
they fuck up, dude, and then the clutch never engages, and then I'm fucked. So
Yeah.
I can get them serviced and they work for a little bit, or I oil them a little, nothing.
It's the same old.
Now, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's blue, but so
Yeah.
what? So what? It's dope. I mean, you could throw
Yeah.
250s on it and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Like I felt like not everybody thought they could buy a 200 size reel and throw big baits. So boom, I threw them like the sunglasses I put. I didn't even want to buy electrics, to be honest with you, because I'm Maui Jim and all this time, and then I got them, and they're really nice glasses. They're light, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
Like it was great to write a review on there, because sunglasses for guys that are buying sunglasses, like $200, that's stacks.
I buy Lokes from fucking 7-Eleven.
There you,
bro.
dude. Lokes.
Hell yeah.
Dude, those are my concrete glasses.
That's what Chris told me.
Straight gangster
He's like,
style.
Chris from somebody.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, I go, yeah, dude, I fucking just buy Lokes. He goes, of course you do. You're fucking Mexican.
It's on the
maybe-
podcast now.
Dude, it made me laugh so fucking hard, dude.
Bro, wait till they see my Cortezes and knee socks tomorrow at the event. You know what I'm saying?
He brought his jorts too.
Yeah, so he's got jorts on right now. Dog.
Oh,
Something
God,
to
here it comes.
Now I'm busted. Now I'm busted.
Here comes the George. I hear it from my other friends. I hear it from you guys.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck. I'll be rocking my Deputy Dangle plum sluggers tomorrow with the high knee socks.
But it's good. There's a lot of good companies out there,
Yeah.
so hopefully, it's hard to stay on course with anything, I think, sometimes. But like with Toxic, I try to contribute. But I mean, the honest truth, Danny just steers the ship.
Do you guys do swim bait reviews too? Like, yeah.
It's that's the side that we're mainly trying to stick to. I mean,
The swim baits.
we've branched into other stuff too, and I think that's the direction that we're still going to continue to go. We don't really want to be one track minded with one style of bait, but if we're
But
sticking,
it's like all largemouth, pretty much based.
yeah, for now,
Pretty much, okay.
for now.
Just whatever. Like, to be honest with you, I mean,
Lifestyle almost.
yeah, I'm trying to put on the site.
Okay.
Like, I have some stuff that I've written up, like on a boombox. I just got like this JBL boombox that's super dope. It was expensive, but it was dope. And like,
Even their pills they sell are fucking awesome. Those little pills, those little
I was like, what?
oxys, bro. The oxys.
Those JBL hitters.
You see them?
I got the. I spent the guap and got that big ass boombox. It's like a big pill,
Yeah.
with a handle.
Dude, sick, right?
Yeah, no, it's super dope.
Yeah.
It slaps. It's good. But
Yeah.
But you know what else I got recently that I thought I have a thing on was up by us. Nobody wears like Extra Toughs or Grundens. Well, now it's Grundens, but it was mostly Extra Toughs back in the day, right? The browns and like the rubber boots, and and I was always like, man, I need rain boots for when I fish in the rain, and I'd be looking through all these Gore-Tex boots. And then recently coming down with the Purcells and, everybody else in SoCal, Epstein and, Matt Peters and Chris Lillis and, everybody's so cool. I got some Grunnens last time we came down, like some little slip-on boots. And man, like I'm going to write a review just because I'm like, for $70, $80, you cats need to cop these shits. They're comfortable as fuck. Like they're waterproof.
Yeah.
Like they're dope.
Yeah.
I think they wear out after about a season or so.
I've had mine for 2, and I wear the higher Extra Toughs.
Uh-huh.
I make them pirate boots.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because usually I wear my diehards, but people make fun of that too.
I tried last time I was
Dude,
down there.
diehards
They lasted
are
a day.
the
know what those
fucking
are.
most comfortable boots ever.
Oh, yeah.
Not
I
for
don't
me.
get-
Not
you don't
for
like
me.
diehards,
Nope.
really?
I'm a Wolverine guy.
Oh, get out of here. And you still toe diehards every day. Dude.
See, I can't even wear steel toes either. I'm a
Dude.
fucking weenie. I can't do it.
I kick it through walls whenever the fuck I need to, bro.
Carbon fiber toe. Carbon fiber. Spend the money.
I'll sell them to some doors.
Yeah.
We need to get your fucking mic on. Test
Yeah,
it. Test it
fucking
again.
guy.
Test it.
Check.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Can't
microphone
you fucking
check
hear you,
1,
bro?
2.
Turn you up a little.
There we go.
Yeah,
But anyways, that was a good. I wore them and I'm like, yo, these are fresh. I didn't even know that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like, let me write some down. I'm such a scatterbrain. It's hard for me to live life. So like I have them there. They're on my iPad. I'm writing them. But hopefully that's the direction like that I'm trying to go with it. Like with the articles I write, like, yo, this is fresh. Maybe you should check this out. Like,
do you only do YouTube doing articles, or do you?
No. We have other people come in.
That's cool.
Trying to have more guest
guest review. You know, like from someone else that has like a, hey, I fucking like this, and it's something you never even fucking thought
We got
of.
a few guys in the works that are working on some stuff that we're going to kind of drop. Like we just did a, I mean, it's not something completely new, but it's a technique that the guys up at Swimbait Canada did. Mm-hmm. We did a kind of a collab with them where we got them to do a YouTube video and then a rigging article where guys could take and do a line through with the 6-inch Citizen.
That was fucking cool, man.
You know what I mean? I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And like it's just something where anglers can see something and go, oh shit, well, how the hell do I do this? Well, for us to be able to do it, and they could just go, well, now I can go step by step because I got pictures and a video to go off of and stuff. I mean, it really helps. And I mean, you could use that for
pictures,
any species.
I mean, the pictures are great because I feel like when I watch a YouTube video, a lot of the time you're like, hold on.
Yeah.
You know, like you're like, fuck, let me see that really quick, you know, like,
Yeah.
so the pictures with an explanation, because you hit the main focal point on each pot, you know, like it's.
No, I feel because I don't even watch videos. Like even I made that rat theory videos on there that I get good feedback from, but like I wouldn't watch it. I mean, that's fucked up, but you know what I mean. Like I really like to read and consume at a fast pace. Like boom, boom, boom. Let me read through here. Let me see these videos. That's cool. And then, like of course, if I want to go in depth, I'd want a video. But like, so it it's hard for me because like I said, I'm not a consumer. Like when I was talking with Talks of Baits, like I don't watch a lot of videos. Mm-hmm. So I want to make these videos because I want to squeeze it in, basically.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a long time to
edit
and write, which you want to do, but it's like I also want to like, go out, hang out with my son and
or go fishing.
Yeah, no, I don't get to do that no more. I got my boat wrapped. I was like the black cloud. But yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's like a push and pull. Like you want to give all the information you can out to anglers at the best platform that you can.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you just got to do what you can do, and I, like you said, I really like the written articles, but I know in these days people want to watch a video. And now that I'm working a lot, sometimes I'll put the video on with just audio.
Yeah.
But like you said, if you
do
listen to it and then have pictures to reference, so the idea in the beginning was all like, Danny, we got to have an article and a video to support the article. Man, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking editing.
Fuck yeah, it is.
That's that's the goal. You know what I mean? But like,
still hasn't been lost yet. We just need to translate into
like
it.
I know,
and even doing these videos, like, dude, a fucking hour takes me 3 to edit because you guys think you're stopping, looking. We're going back and forth.
Yeah.
So I gotta stop, cut to you, cut to me, cut to you, cut to me. It's just like fuck.
My ADD doesn't allow me to fucking be able to do that,
dude.
Shit, bro.
Then I'm like, people go, "How does the podcast come out?" I'm like, "What part?" I can tell you every fucking part right now.
Yeah, because I watch all.
Hey, is there something you want to hear? Because I fucking watched it probably like 3 times over.
Oh man, yeah.
So it's like,
for sure, man.
So you listen to it before you actually go back and do any editing, or
no? I just listen to the whole thing. Well, I let everyone hear their podcast most of the time.
guys cut.
Yeah, because there's sometimes guys will be like, "Hey, can you take this out, dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. I get it."
Yeah.
Like sometimes you get in the moment and you run your mouth too much, and like I get it. I do the same shit. I've cut shit out. I've said.
Yeah. No
you know what I'm saying? It's like you're. I'd rather have it be raw in the moment and go back and cut than you not be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I sent you a message, I believe, when we talked about it. I say, hey, man, I like your podcast because it's genuine.
Yeah.
You could tell that it's on the spot. There's not like, hey, do you want to talk about this or not? You know what I mean?
And
like,
I've done stuff where I've gone like, let me ask you a question. And I'll ask them and they're like, nah. I'll be like, I'll cut it out.
Okay.
And it's like just to like get it out of them. And sometimes they'll be like, fucking, yeah, dude, this is what happened. Blah, blah, blah.
Fucking A.
So.
Yeah, the thing about this, which is hilarious to me, might not be funny to anybody else, but I fucking hated English class. I hated writing. I hated all that shit, but I genuinely enjoy writing articles.
Do you? That's cool, dude.
It's fun for me. And it's cool to be able to feel like, really another reason behind this is me and Cesar felt like it was time for us to kind of give back to the community. You know what I mean? I have a decent amount of followers. Cesar has a decent amount of followers. I mean, that shit really don't mean much, but it's cool to feel like people actually give a shit about what we have to say.
That's what's the cool part is that people care about. You could influence someone. You could, you know, when you get a message from someone going, "Oh, bro, this is so cool," or "Hey, you did this," or "You talked about this." For me, it's hardcore bands.
It's humble.
I think it was 86 Bates. 86.
Yeah.
They're
Matt,
down south,
Matt,
right?
yeah.
Matt, yep.
So we clicked because he went and saw a band. I'm like, oh, I fucking played with the Race Trader. No way! I went off about hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, because he was in the hardcore scene and I played. So like, it's cool to meet guys that way, and you meet all kinds of walks of life, dude. Like,
You never realize how many. It's just such a major mixing pot.
small circles too. Like you're just making circles and touching the circle again. You know.
You never know what the next guy's got to offer to you. You know what I mean? Like there's friendships that'll be lasting, forever. Really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you'll never understand it. And it's funny how social media really helped build that type of stuff. I mean, there's positives and negatives to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you use it for the right ways, I mean, you do meet cool ass people. I mean, if it wasn't for social media, would we be here today? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of positive shit behind it, and you just got to use it for the right reasons and really use it for its benefits, because there's a lot of shit you can do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
how did you and Cesar meet?
actually, I've known him for a long time. He knew my dad a lot longer than he knew me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like social media with Jack too. Like Chris, I'm older than these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So,
By a long
like,
shot.
I was young. I was like a little grom. Like when their dads, like Jack's dad is like a Delta legend, like one of the best fishermen ever fished it. So is Danny's dad.
Yeah.
Bobby and Chris are phenomenal anglers. When I was learning how to fish tournaments, they were taking my money. I gave Chris football flipping jigs when I was like 17 to try out. You know what I'm saying? Bobby D, his dad used to pour my jigs when I had a jig company. He'd pour the lead for me.
Oh, shit.
So, like, I remember Danny when he was like little guy, like trying to skateboard, and then social media, it just came back around. To tell you the truth, I don't even remember. Like,
You hit me up randomly asking if you can get a hold of my dad.
yeah,
He did, and it translated into me
I was
getting
like-
a hold of fucking some toxic baits, and that really changed.
yeah, because his dad's
You know?
the folks. His dad took care of me, and actually, me and Jack's dad, like back in the day, like had some arguments and shit.
Doesn't surprise me.
My dad's a nut.
But we're both knuckleheads. Like I'm a knucklehead, you know what I
yeah.
mean? And it was cool because then, like, to be honest with you, I was like on the way back from San Diego on a trip, and Chris called me after like 10 years and never even seen him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got your number from so and so. Let me get some of them toxics, bro. And then I was like, yeah. And then I started talking to Jack, and like, cats are similar. You know what I mean? Like, I met a lot of cats that are straight hip hop heads, and for me, like, I can meet somebody who's like, yo, I bass fish, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to talk to this motherfucker about bass fishing. Like, what's the level of bass fish? You know what I mean? Like,
That's a great comment. What's the level? Because people go, oh, yeah, I fish, dude. Fucking bobbers, that fucking, like.
and you don't want to be condescending.
No,
like condescending,
dude.
like, oh, really? Like, I have a bass boat. Like, so I kind of like try to like step around
100%,
it. You know what
I do the
mean?
same shit.
Yeah. So
Or when your wife goes, oh, my husband fishes. Oh, he fishes. And you're like, fucking shut the fuck.
Yeah, I was just here to eat dinner. Now I got to
I'm
be
like,
here
now
all
he's going to
goddamn
go,
night.
well, I go tuna fishing a lot with my friends. And I'm like, okay, dude. And I'm like, all right, motherfucker. Cool. Yeah. Awesome, bro.
What kind of fish do you like to fish?
Yeah,
no doubt.
exactly.
Well, these guys, I'm like, yeah,
You
man.
can't eat those fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carp? That's my favorite.
Dude, carp is my favorite. Let's go on record by saying that.
He's not
It's the
fucking lying about
the golden
that either.
dorado of the Delta.
I ruined his chance at a PB last year. I'll let that be on record
Really?
too.
Oh, bro,
Yes,
I
I
love
did.
carp. I love carp. They're huge. They're sport fish. Don't kill them.
I
Swimming
blame the
dinosaurs.
net. I blame the net.
Yeah,
The net man was part of it, but it was giant.
Man.
But so in general, like, I had respect for their fathers, and then I met them, and then it was like, cool, man, we vibed out. You know what I mean? Like, I meet a lot of cats that I vibe out
Yeah.
with. Like, regardless. That's why I like those community events, because it's like a lot of times, to be honest with you, like, I mean, you're married. Go out with your wife or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I have this lady, and she has a husband, and you guys will be cool. And you're like a little kid on a play date. You're like, oh yeah, oh, nice house, bro. Like, oh, you do this, you do that. You're like, cool. And then you meet somebody that's off in left field that has no, like, you have nothing to relate to them about, and then you're like, yo, man, I like to throw swim baits, or like I like to calico fish, whatever. Like, no shit, and you start vibing out, and it don't matter about none of that other shit.
Hey,
It's
you know, it
just
doesn't
fishing.
matter at all. Age.
No,
it doesn't.
Nothing,
Dude,
Not one bit.
I used to
Not
take
one
my
bit.
kid to a private school, and I would not talk to one dad.
I
This
grew up in that
old
shit. Yep.
Fucking grandpa dad was like, "You like fishing?" I'm at a Bass Pro Shop. And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And we went off, dude. We'd talk all the time about fishing. It didn't matter how old you were. It's just
No,
like, you know,
it
it's
doesn't
just
matter
like,
how none.
Not
That's
limited,
crazy.
Not limited by
Yep.
age at all.
I got friends that we would not be friends if we did.
Dude,
fish,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like straight up, they think I'm an idiot. They're like, bro, you wear a gold grill. you wear gold in your teeth. I'm like, yeah, man, Egyptian prince, you know? But you know what I mean? Like, it's serious. Like, I just do me and they just do them.
Yeah.
But when you come together for fishing, they don't give a fuck about that. They don't
That's
give a
what's
fuck about
cool.
nothing. Yeah,
That's the whole cool
That's that
aspect.
dope shit, bro. That's why community events, I think, are huge.
And
like,
what you're doing with the website too is cool because it's like a little bit of feedback from everyone and people that are more touching the pulse too. You know?
yeah, like Scott Strong, he wrote some articles for us. He's from San Diego or Carlsbad. He's not like he hasn't been doing this forever, but he had some good input. Like,
But I don't think it matters if you've been doing it forever with learning something new. Like if you really love fishing and, you know, like you're catching fish and you're doing good. I mean, I think that's valid.
Well, even on top of that, just the opinion of someone
Yeah.
who hasn't been doing
Yeah.
it. Like, I'm jaded. Like I know I am. I don't know what it's about, but I've been doing this long enough. Like I said, like
Years,
before I
dude.
moved up here in
Yeah.
'97, I was already freaked out. So you become jaded. Like, so that new fresh voice, like you should always listen to that. Like you talk to old cats in trades. That's why I say hammer, like, because you see these old grizzled guys in the trades or fishing, if you
Yeah.
ever are able to talk to them, and they'll let you know, like, you should listen to that guy, even
Yeah.
though you know more than him. He might just drop that little tidbit. You're like, wait, what did you see at that lake? The fish were doing what?
Yeah.
You know, so
There's no such thing as bad information. You can learn anything from
Yep.
anybody,
I
regardless
agree.
of what it is.
I agree.
yeah, so it's cool to have those guys contribute. You know, Pat Bass or with Swimbait Canada and stuff. Those guys,
Yeah, that's
sent some
super
cool stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
Canada.
I mean, it's fucking
on,
world.
dude.
I got to fish with him actually with Lloyd from Subsurface. I took him out in my boat. It was cool. We didn't really catch
Is
a
Lloyd
lot.
up that way?
Lloyd is in Modesto, so he's about 40 minutes from us.
Oh,
About
okay.
an hour.
He's
actually-
He's a super cool dude. He seems
Lloyd
like,
is.
I think
I've
he'll be
only
out
gone
here
back
tomorrow,
with
right?
him.
He's coming down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
what he
gonna
said.
come to the
That's
event.
what he said.
Yeah.
I told him bring some shit.
I told him too without asking you. Sorry.
No, dude. You think I'm gonna tell someone that comes?
We can share a table if that's what it comes down
Oh, look
to.
at Caesar's already saying, "Get the fuck out of my table." bro."
Lloyd's a super genuine person
Tell me,
who's really involved.
No.
with the
I
community.
told him, I'm like, hey, bro,
Oh, yeah.
if you want to come down and bring some shit, fucking like it's not like a private event. It's like all I'm trying to do is sell a fucking shirt to help support the podcast. And I'm like, if these dudes want to come and hang out, come fucking hang out. You know, like
Yeah, and all that stuff kind of ties into like what was up with Blanked, especially with me, right? Like I
Yeah.
could be like, I have this idea for Blanked, and I'm gonna do all this shit, and this is how I roll. Like I get to do that with Toxic. Like I get to be me, 100%.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking about it, and it's Danny, and I'm like, man, we're kind of opposite on a lot of stuff. Maybe I should ask this cat, to come in because you need that sometimes.
of course
To have a
dude.
different,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like just me driving it home, my fucked up point of view. You know what I mean? That's why it's good, like, that my old lady's different than me, too. Like, I'm not instilling fucked up shit in my son's head, you know what I'm saying? She's like, your dad's crazy. You know what I mean? It's
I
good to
hear
have
ya.
the yin and
Yeah,
yang.
no.
So hopefully the community vibe comes to that, like, different walks, different viewpoints. Hopefully through the articles, people can find what they want
Yeah.
or relate to what they want in the articles.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So
Let's hear from Jack a little bit. He's real quiet over there.
Well, because I'm not really a part of blanked as is, like that's Cesar and Danny's thing. I'm just kind of like the homie that rolls through.
So what
It's
do you
hot-
do? Do you catch fish?
I do catch fish.
Okay.
I catch fish.
I'm gonna put him on the spot.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Because I've been on the grind, right? This fool has like a 15 on a frog. And not a 15 on a frog, like
fuck,
where you're
dude.
rolling down the bank and you're casting at the fucking weeds and you're like, yo, that big one ate it. His dad told me, sorry, you're not even him. Like, he's like,
dialed.
yo, this fool's dialed. He rolled up and looked and was like, nah, it's not ready yet. And then cast a little bit later, fucking, 15 pounds. This fool's my idol. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking huge.
Not official 15 though.
Yeah, but he,
Unofficial.
Okay.
I'm telling you, his dad was Bobby Barrick's tournament partner for fucking
no way, dude.
30 years.
The frog fishing fucking legend.
They both owned the whole Delta. Like Chris is
I know who that is. That's fucking
and there's no pictures and no repping. Like nobody's flossing this shit and calling it that much of a weight.
Yeah.
But I seen the picture, bro. That shit's crazy.
And I seen an official 12 2 days earlier. The guy was fishing with cod.
Yeah.
I mean, mine was a fucking giant.
Bro.
Did you get a good picture of it at least?
Yeah, I've got pictures of it.
I mean, just so you could post in your fucking house or something.
I mean, I don't post shit fishing
No,
wise really
not
anymore.
like not post like. It's always
just
cool
to
to
have.
have.
I have
just
it.
to have a memory.
It's a
got a
fucking.
couple
It's a
fish-
giant.
pictures of it.
Yeah, it's huge.
Dude,
I was so dialed when I caught that fish.
What did you catch? What, a line, leader, anything?
Line, I mean, braid for a frog.
How thick though? Like 80,
65.
65?
Yeah. I mean, I've never gone bigger than
What rod and
65.
reel were you using?
Fuck, that was a Lama-Glass Magnum grass rod. The frog, hella old.
The
Is that the
antique.
Barrett
Hella
special?
old, yeah.
antique.
Oh, shit.
Antique.
dude.
The handle was like 4 inches.
Yeah. Barrick's rod's
That's
still
still-
4 inches. Yeah,
Still
Bobby.
the best frog rod.
I know you're listening to this, Bobby.
Still the best
Extend the
frog
handle.
rod.
Trying to get him on here, dude. Fuck.
Barrick's
Yeah.
in Texas now, or he'd come.
Yeah.
He might have to do a phone interview.
Nah, he'd come out.
Yeah, he's a good guy,
You
man.
know what I got to
Barrick's
do is I got to
peoples.
wait till people Fred Hall's around or something.
Yeah.
Dudes to
He'll
kinda-
Caught
here
my
for that.
first fucking
Yeah.
frogfish ever with Barrick.
Really?
Yes, I did, and I still remember that like it was fucking yesterday. It was at a snag proof. That's really what instilled the love for me with a frog because I hated that damn
Yeah.
bait prior to that. But he took me out during a snag proof. Randomly said, "You're not fishing the tournament. Come with me." So I went out with him. I mean, it was no longer than about 15 minutes in, and I fucking stuck my first fish on a frog, and he gave me that frog. I still have it to this day.
Hang it up on the wall.
I don't know where it's at, but I know I still got
And
it.
you don't have it, bro? No.
No, it's in the garage somewhere. If you saw my
just
garage, you'd know exactly where I'm coming from. It's a
Dude.
fucking disaster.
Yeah, you know, I'm telling you, like, and growing up, like, I grew up, like, on the Delta, like, coming up and watching these fools' dads own.
Yeah.
Well, it's
the
like you were saying
fucking
earlier, how
Delta.
secretive shit is on the Delta.
Yeah.
My dad and Barrick had that frog hidden for years.
Yeah.
And just scraping everybody on it.
Yeah.
Bro, the crankdown I'm talking about, his dad and his tournament partner, Mike Andrews.
Yeah.
I'm still not going to say it. It's fucked up, but you know what I mean? It's a crankdown wood bait. They've been throwing that too for like forever.
Yeah.
Long ass time.
And
Yeah.
still ain't coming out. I've never heard somebody say,
Nope.
they were catching them on that. It's still, dude, it's lip shut. So.
Yeah.
And it was certain times a year, and it was used as a tool. I mean, you'd have it on the deck of the
I
boat.
like that you just said that keyword.
It is a
Heard
tool.
Guys say that.
It is a tool.
You use tools. So you're using a tool.
I'm a
That's
junk
tool,
fisherman.
You know, like,
I will say that time and time again.
because
I'm
I think
fucking
that's
junk
a
fisherman.
good, you know, like you got to use your tools when you're in.
Yeah,
I
that's
have-
why I describe my baits as tools. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
I-
if somebody
I-
looks at my baits like that, you know, that rusty hammer, that the waffle's gone because the dude's been,
The waffles.
you know what I mean? Because he's,
This guy's been
he's
doing construction over here.
yeah,
dude.
he's pounded so many 16 pennies, that shit is smooth. That's what I want my bait to be.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be the titanium handle
Yeah.
or the titanium head with the stainless steel
the
thing
fucking,
with the stupid carbon fiber.
nail
fucking,
set on it,
the
end of
fucking
it.
bullshit. You know what I mean?
I got
Get
all
outta
that
here,
stuff
bro.
on my
Hey,
hammer.
hold your
I
own
got
fucking
all
nails,
that
bro.
stuff.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I want like the guy that's hands crippled from arthritis. You know, that's you know what I'm saying. Like
That's the thing you've said since I've known you. Is like, I don't fucking make swim baits. I make fucking tools for the job that you need to
Straight
get
up,
done.
man.
And it's
cool.
exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is.
and it comes from like guys like watching these guys like their parents
Yeah.
like fucking kill it, and me try to grow up to want to aspire to catch as many. And still, I went with Chris like 2 winters ago, and he's like, "Come throw those swim baits." Oh my god, I got my ass handed to me from the back deck. I mean, I still threw my swim baits, but
yeah.
in the wintertime, like I fished the Delta, like I said, since '97, right? I've never seen somebody hammer on fish in like 46-degree water. Fuck. Like Chris did. Just it was fucking a melee. It was 100 fish.
Yeah.
It was 100 fish, and I couldn't even feel my hands, and I had gloves on because I hate the cold.
Yeah.
But
and
you know
then
what I mean?
Chris probably did a fucking cannonball into the water as soon as he got done with that fucking day.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know, I looked up to these cats.
Yeah.
I still look up to these cats.
Yeah.
Dads. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Put it in.
You guys both been fishing for little guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
As long as I can remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I stopped for a while until about
High school.
high school,
Yeah.
and then I'd fish the lake right behind my house, and then I met a couple people doing it, and I just fell in love that way.
Yeah.
Because I mean, fishing every day when you're younger with
I'm gonna get a beer.
someone that fishes.
Okay, we're taking beer break. Hold on. Oh. All right. So let's get back to when you were what you stopped fishing. What year was it?
Behind the
High
house.
school.
Oh, when I stopped fishing, I mean, probably around middle school.
Really?
I got out of fishing, yeah, because I was fishing with my dad all the time, and he was.
And you were little fishing, like.
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
I grew up fishing with my dad, but he was such in a mentality of tournament fishing where you had to make the cast, be precise, and as a little kid, you don't want to be hearing that like, oh, you didn't make the throw right. So I just got out.
Do you think he
of
like
it.
rode you kind of hard when you were little?
Nah, not even that.
I'm not going to say rode you, but like kind of like I want to know because I'm like I entered my my middle kid in a spotty tournament.
He's just hard.
So
He's
it's
just
like
a hardcore
cool to
motherfucker.
hear,
And
like,
he's just
some
so
feedback, you know.
All
he's
right,
just
so-
passionate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so so my 14-year-old or 13, he's about to be 14. He don't like to fish because me and my brother-in-law took him out when he was like 3 and 4. Like, put a blanket over your head if it's hot. Eat Cheez-Its, you know what I'm saying? Like, play your fucking game. We're fucking smashing frogfish. I knocked him in the head with a punch weight when he was little. Like,
Oh, he's fucking
like not fucked him up, you know what I'm saying? But
he's
like enough.
nah.
So he's like, oh, fishing. And my dad pushed me to do crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like not crazy shit, but it's like sports. This is what you have to do. So, of course, I pushed the other way. But he's recently starting to get more involved. But I think for guys like us, it's bad because the Delta, you can't just like drop a drop shot down.
No,
or you have to make the cast.
Exactly.
So my son recently has been getting back. He's older now, but when he was younger, he'd be frustrated because, and he didn't want to use worms. Like he caught bluegill like 20 in a row off my dock. We lived on the dock,
Yeah.
so he was jaded. But he caught 20 in a row, and he's like, "I'm good," and just walked inside. Like he didn't even give a fuck. I'm like, bro, 20 in a row. This is cracking. So like you said, like you got to make the cast. I think that's the key is like taking your kid out for like, because my son now he's older and he actually said this to me. He's like, Dad, all day, because I said, hey, you know what, Si, let's just roll. You're going all day. Bring the boom box. Bring the shit. We're gonna kick it. We spent all day in the water, and I never make him do anything. So, and at the end of the day, he's like, I didn't know fishing was about skill. I thought it was more just luck. I'm like, motherfucker. But
that's so fucking good, dude.
yeah, but so he's like, yeah, and he caught some rattle trap fish, and he was like stoked up.
Yeah.
So I think he just kind of like. So I read this thing, right? It's the best article I ever read when I was a little ass kid, like tiny. It was a little note. It was a little paperback, and Guido Hibben, his son, Dion Hibben. This is tournament fishing. If cats aren't in the bass tournaments, you probably don't know. But Guido Hibben made the Guido bug.
Okay.
Well, Dion made the Guido big when he was in school for a science project. Mm-hmm. But in the book, he wrote this little article about his dad used to leave him in the driveway crying to go fishing with his boys. And Dion wanted to go. And he was like, his dad's like, sorry, dude's trip. And it drove that hunger. So my son, I'm like, you got to go, dog. We're fucking tournament fishing. We got pre-fishing to do. Sit on the back deck, and I think that's pushing someone to fish, could be detrimental.
Oh, so that's a good call, like to make them want to go.
Like they don't want to go if you're making them fish, but like you and your boys are going and it's fun. And, like, sorry, like not, hey, fuck you can't go, but you know what I mean? Like, instill that drive because he wrote it in there. I still remember it when I was like 15 reading it. Like that was the best thing he ever did for my drive of fishing. I just couldn't do it to my son, like because
that's hard to do.
All I do is fish.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, you gotta go, dog. You're 3. We're not watching, yeah, dog. Like we're
more penguins. Fuck, man.
Yeah, or whatever it was at the time.
Goddamn Teletubbies.
Yeah, whatever it was, and he was cool back then, but. So it's normalized to him. I think that's the deal. Like it's normalized, and now I think he even gets sour. Like I think because I fish all the time. He's like, oh, now you want to hang out with me and go fish, Dude. So I think there's a balance.
Fucking kid, dude.
Yeah, it is. But you just, I think it takes the one trip, and then the flip switches. For me, it was like when I was 13 on my grandpa's farm in Georgia, and he said there was no bass left in his bass pond. And we caught him every fucking cast on Christmas Day when I was 13. And when I came back to SoCal, I never have stopped since then.
Damn, that little trigger. That just that one.
And like I went to Guasti with my dad. I grew up casting rooster tails for sure. Guasti, Silverwood, Glen Helen, Lytle Creek.
Yeah.
Like fucking every Paris. And I loved to fish.
Mm-hmm.
But that 13-year-old experience, like whatever it wasn't nothing special. It just made it click. So I think you just kind of hammer on them and, and bring them and make it enjoyable. I'm like, yeah, bring snacks. Bring your freaking Nintendo, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's an iPhone now, bro.
No, he has all the shit. He has all the shit. He has like the Nintendo and the Xbox and the gaming computer and all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you guys remember that clicking in you, Jack?
Yeah, he said, it was something that just kind of switched. Was when I met my homie Tommy, who works with Cesar now, and helps Cesar out. I used to play baseball against this cat, and I used to go to the lake right behind my house, and I saw him there, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, Tommy? We play baseball together. I didn't know you like to fish."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I fish all the time with my other friend," and I kept going there, and I would see him. I ended up getting his number, and we'd hang out. This is like 9th grade. And we'd probably fish maybe 3 times a week whenever we got after school. Weekends, we'd go down there, and then we were always on just shaky head worms. And I remember catching a fish that was like 6 pounds. And he was like, "Holy shit, that's a fucking big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one." And I remember I took a picture with it, and I showed my dad, and he was like, "That's a fucking good one. That's a fucking good one." And I was like, fuck, I didn't need my dad to be with me and always hammer me, tell me what to do. It was kind of something I did on my own, just fishing with the homies and having fun.
Yes.
It was more of just doing my own thing and
finding your own path.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, mind you, my dad fucking knows fishing like anything else.
But it's cool to like, you go, I'm going to figure this shit out.
Do my own shit,
yeah. You know, like,
try something out of the ordinary, not always have to go on the river with him, just go to the lake behind my house and just be with a friend, you know?
Dude, that's cool. That was it. Because, like, with that pond, too. Like, my dad took me fishing all the time, but he's a bait fisherman. Yeah. And I'd walk and just cast. And then we went to that pond, and it was like, man, this is fun. Yeah. This is not like I'm with dad, and it's cool. Like, he made me play golf my whole life. I was like, varsity golf, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's a whole different feeling. Like, doing shit on your own.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't even realize that until he said that right now. But,
dude, I didn't even start fishing until I was 29, bro.
Really? It's never too late to fucking start this shit.
My brother-in-law bought my oldest son a little, like, Spider-Man rod.
Yeah.
So I went to this little lake down the street. Tried to catch bluegill. I didn't know what I was doing. Caught a couple of bluegill. I'm like, this is cool. And then my buddy Roger from work said, "Oh, I fish for catfish there all the time." So let's go. I caught like 10 catfish one, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
And they pull too.
Yeah. He's like, "You should try catching bass, bro." I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, a year long took me to catch a fucking bass because I did not know. My wife caught one before me. Oh, yeah. On a Castmaster, dude. She caught like a fucking 2-pounder. I was like, "You piece of shit. You're never coming fishing with me again, dude." But no, then when I caught one, it was like, it kind of fucked me because I fished like, I caught my first bass and then I caught a 7-pounder on a spinnerbait.
Ooh, yeah.
Then it was like, after that, I never caught anything much bigger than that.
See, I never really experienced that click like that when it all kind of starts to translate. Like my thing was like, I ended up having to take a break from fishing because I got just so fucking burnt out. Like, I grew up in the tournament scene kind of a lot like Jack.
Were you entering tournament when you were little, though?
Very, very little.
How old were you when you were entering tournaments?
Fuck. Probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I started fishing tournaments with my dad really young. Started fishing hook, line, and sinker tournaments.
No way, dude.
Yeah, the hook, line, and sinker is like a local bait shop, and and it was for that. Like dads and sons.
Yeah, his father's cool.
No pros. Yeah, no pros were allowed to fish.
That's cool.
No, it used to be pros. It used to be all pros.
Yeah. In the hook, line, sinker?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
And not until just recently I went to the AM shit.
In 97, you weren't allowed to fish it if you
won
a certain amount of money.
26.
I'm 30.
Okay, babies.
Yeah, 38. Yeah.
But like,
I'm just saying, like, it was outlawed. But anyways, like, it was cool because, like, cats could fish, like pros could fish, but only if they're son. Yeah. It wasn't like that. Like,
okay, so like if you had your pro with your son only.
That was the only way I could fish with my dad.
Yeah,
that was
the only
way he was going to be allowed to fish that tournament with.
Was your dad a pro at the time?
Dude, his dad's a fucking stud.
He's pretty good. He won't tell you that, but he's pretty fucking good. He, you know, and I appreciate what he did get me into tournaments. I had a lot of fun doing them when I was younger. Mm-hmm. But, you know, kind of going back to what Jack said, it burnt me the fuck out. It made me get to the point where I genuinely stopped liking fishing because I let it get about the money. Fuck, even if it's $200, when you're 10 years old, you win $200, you feel like a fucking millionaire.
Oh, fuck, I'll take $200 right now.
That's what I'm saying. So like I did.
That's 2 baits, bro. Fuck, right?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that's a bill for me. I got a bill that is about $200 right now.
So I did the same thing as Jack, man. Like I took a full blown step back in high school. Like I fucking full blown walked away from fishing because I flat out didn't like it anymore.
Yeah,
I was over it, and I went and played. I actually played tournament paintball. I went and fucking traveled around.
No way.
Yeah, it was cool for the time being, and then that kind of started getting burnout, realizing I was wasting a lot of fucking money on that shit, and
you went to fishing,
playing army with your friends.
You went to fishing.
So, yeah,
Let me waste more fucking money.
well, and it's very contradicting because I did. Now I spent a lot more fucking money on this shit, but I ended up realizing how much I loved fishing, and I ended up going back to fishing, and I've never really looked back. But the thing was, I didn't want to let myself get back into that tournament mentality.
Yeah,
because I lost the love for fishing through the money, and it really kind of made me realize that I was fishing for the wrong reasons rather than the reasons why we all fucking really get into it. You know what I mean? Like you fish because you love doing it majority of the time. I mean, obviously tournament anglers have a different mentality sometimes, but they still love fishing for the most part. Mm-hmm. And I told myself I wasn't going to get back into that. And I really never looked back. It's all about, like, you got guys up on the Delta that'll say, fucking go, you're out here fishing on a Wednesday afternoon catching 30 pounds. Go do that on a Saturday. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying?
I love it when people, well, it's
I don't give a shit.
Really, yeah.
I'm going to go out there and fucking catch. I find fish. I'm going to catch them now. I don't give a fuck about if they bite on Saturday because I'm not going to be out there on Saturday to fish when it fucking matters. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Like, dude, we all do this for the love of fishing, man. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you know, whatever is your vice, whatever is the reason why you fucking do it. I mean, I dig it. It's just tournament shit ain't for me. And I you know, had to obviously fish tournaments to get to the point where I realized that.
Did you fish again? Both of you guys fish again when you got older?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I never really stopped fishing.
Tournament fishing?
No.
Oh, I fish tournaments.
You do? Do you still do it now?
Yeah,
not
as much.
Do?
But yeah.
I don't.
No,
I told myself I wasn't going to get back into that shit, and I've kind of tried to stick to my guns.
Do
with
you
that
throw as swim baits as much as these guys?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So swim baiting is something more recent that I got into. I'd say 3 years ago.
Okay.
I started with the MS Slammer.
Okay.
And then one day my dad, he was like, "Hey, we're about to go meet up with this dude Cesar that makes these baits. You want to roll with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll roll out there." Mm-hmm. This is like when I first
Taylor House.
There's your Taylor House.
Oh shit!
You came out just ripping a blunt, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Was your dad? How old's your dad?
He's like 50 something.
So did your dad smoke weed or no?
My dad's just a down motherfucker. He doesn't give a shit what you do.
No, but what I'm saying. Were you kind of like tripping? Like,
no, I wasn't even tripping.
You know what I'm saying?
My dad's my homie, so I'm not even tripping.
It's NorCal, bro. It's
Well,
NorCal.
I know, but like,
smoke.
No.
like I'd fucking
not
throw
even
up in front
tripping.
of me.
No.
I come in after
I've sat
Haggard
there
Fire and all fucking
blacked out with my dad, both thrown up on our front driveway. So I mean, no, but yeah, I met Cesar, and he came out. He fucking had some baits. He had his wake and crank, and he had his weight hog.
Shit.
And my pops, he grew a liking to the wake and crank, and I naturally grew a liking to the weight hogs. Mm-hmm. And I remember throwing it for fucking a couple weeks and not getting bit on it.
Yep.
And I was just waking it, constantly waking it, because I was coming off that MS Slammer bite.
Yeah.
Where that's a bait that I was waking as well.
Yeah.
And I'll just go kick it with Cesar, and he's like, "Dude, you gotta crank it down. You gotta crank it down." And I'm like, it just seems unnatural for a wake bait to be cranked down. But then come to find out, like that's how he makes that bait, is to be cranked down.
Yeah.
So one day I went out and I cranked it down all fucking day. I never even waked it. Next day I go down, crank down, nothing. And like the third or fourth day, I cranking. Wah. There's a 5-pounder.
Fucking nice.
Yeah, right. You know, that's still a decent fish. It gives me a little confidence fishing the bait.
Yeah.
And my dad, he's not a real big swim bait guy. So as I'm sitting in the back just bombing this thing from fucking Texas, he's like, that's too big of a fucking splash. Too big of a splash. I'm sitting there not listening because I want to fucking get bit on this thing. And I'm still bombing. And he's just sitting there up front like, too big of a splash. I'm like, fucking whatever. And just, bing. There's another one that's about 8.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No joke then. Your dad's like, okay, what are you doing?
Switched his mind real quick.
Yeah.
But it got me hooked.
Yeah.
Good fishermen know when they,
fucking you see that guy go, oh, what are you doing?
And when I do it multiple times in front of him, then he's just like really like, okay.
You know that weight hogs has made a believer out of a lot of cats. Like,
Made a believer out of me.
I don't know what it is. about the bait, but it's
How long ago did you make that one?
You should see mine that I have. It's so
Wow
hammered.
ago, huh?
I mean,
Yes, it
within
is.
like 4 years, I guess. I'm so bad about
Time.
when
That thing is caught big fish throughout
it's on the
world.
second model right
Yeah,
now.
I have the OG.
He has the OG
Yeah.
where it's like a little smaller and thinner. His shit's got so much hook rash on it. It's probably not gonna be unusable soon. You know
Nah,
what I'm
that
saying?
shit'll throw to a fucking.
Well, whatever. Don't matter.
I broke the
Don't
bill
matter.
on it. I broke the
Yeah,
bill
you
on
gotta
it.
replace
and,
it.
Oh fuck.
Dude, Caesar's fucking so dope. He rolled up on the water to fucking grab the bait, and then he fucking replaced the bill. I had that new one. It's got just putty on it, no repaint, nothing, and just fucking still smashes.
This dude showed up to fucking. He tells me, "Hey, you know where the Carl's Jr. is in Oakley?" I go, "Yeah,
that was
what's
the
up?"
first time, huh?
Yeah. He goes, "Meet me in the fucking parking lot of Carl's Jr." This dude rolls up like a fucking drug dealer, opens up his trunk and hands me some fucking swim baits. The first time I fucking met Caesar. Well, obviously not the first time.
Yeah.
But first time since I can remember that I've met Caesar. This dude's busting handmade swim baits out of the trunk of his
Oh,
car.
bro, I made more money out of the back of my trunk than most drug dealers.
But it was the
Yo,
same.
yo, yo, you want these baits,
Dude,
Yeah.
it was the
Trench
same
coat.
thing though. Like I had the mentality of Jack's dad, Chris. That fucking weight hog was too goddamn big for me.
Yeah.
I thought that wake and crank, I'll catch fish on this. That weight hog's too fucking big.
Yeah.
Well, I already had put up a mental block in my head to make myself think that that fucking bait's too big. I didn't realize the potential behind it, or really what I could translate it into. I mean, I grew up fishing conventional. I've only been fishing swim baits for like 3 or 4 years now. So I mean, I'm not any fucking professional at it by any means. But that weight hog made me a believer. The bait, out of the 2 baits he gave me, the one bait that I didn't think was going to make me a believer is the one that made me a fucking believer in swim baits. And it was the one day. I fished it multiple times, said, fuck this thing. I don't even want to throw it. It's too fucking big. And then I started realizing it's an overgrown square bill. Something that I've been throwing my entire life. I've been throwing crankbaits, and I started realizing, he's always told me crank it down. So I started cranking it down, and I went down one rock bank, and within 25 minutes, I had 25 pounds.
You know what
with
I
an 8
like?
pounder.
There's a key point. Crank it down.
Yeah.
I think with that bait, everyone needs to. Great tip.
That's crazy.
Even though we're
But
not doing
there's
a
times where
toxic
that
bait,
weight-
it's like
I was gonna tell him like, it's crazy. It's like I don't even fucking crank that thing down.
He doesn't. He fishes that shit on the wake.
On the
I
wake.
can't catch him on the
Yo,
wake.
hey,
I'm all about
he's
the
a
crank
Jedi
down.
master over there.
All about the
Nah,
crank
I
down.
just, it's crazy. Like Jack's like, bro, it's about to crank down. I'm like, nah, bro, they bite it on the back and you lose 10 pounders. I've lost fucking hell of 10 pounders. Or,
Hey, there's that
Who
word.
knows?
There's that word.
what?
NorCal word.
Hella? Oh, yeah, hecka.
It'll make its
Hecka.
way down here
Hella,
eventually,
hella.
I'm sure.
No, it's been 20 years because when I played up there,
Nah.
I used to play in Sacramento, and everyone would say hello.
No,
What
when
is it about
bro,
the word that is just such a
no, I
fucking...
just know it's
Dog,
total
you guys just don't
NorCal
hear it,
word.
yeah.
No,
When I
never hear
moved
it.
here, when I moved up there in
Well, it's about the
97,
hyphy movement.
Hella.
I said, I'm not saying hella. Fuck you. This shit is whack. I graduated high school, never said it. Now I don't even say hella. I really like to say hecka because it sounds whacker than hella. Just like hecka. See, it's fucked up. But
But it is a NorCal thing,
100%.
hella, yeah.
And if I don't give a fuck, I'll rock hella. I'm NorCal to the
all,
bone.
all day. That's where you're
What,
born.
where,
and
where do you,
raised.
what city do you guys live in?
Bethel Island is where I live.
I'm
Really?
out in Oakley.
It's right next to it. It's right by the
Oakley.
water.
That's where my cousins lived for a long time too.
I'm in Antioch.
Really?
Yep.
He's from the Yay.
It's
Yeah.
it's like all in a row.
Yeah.
I moved to Antioch and went to Antioch.
Yeah, it's
High,
Antioch,
Oakley,
Oakley,
Bethel Island.
Brentwood, and then Bethel Island. It's just a string of cities.
Yeah,
How
I'm
far is Oakley from the Delta?
Fucking.
A stone's throw.
It borders it.
all of it.
It borders
all
it.
of them are along the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of go along the river.
Yeah, they're all
So-
Delta towns. You got Pittsburgh. Yeah, I mean, all of them
Yeah, it
really
goes,
touch.
It goes
the Delta.
Antioch, Oakley, Bethel Island, and it's like farther.
What freeway did you guys
east.
take down?
5 all the way.
Okay. I took the 101 once to like
Oh my God! Sorry.
just to go
Yeah.
like
Sorry about
dude,
that.
The
on
scenic route?
dude. Yeah, the scenic route.
Fuck the scenes.
Hey, with the kids and
Just
shit
fucking get
screaming,
there.
I'm like, get the fucking, you know, like,
Dude, my dad almost killed me. We drove the coast one time from SoCal to our family in NorCal,
bad.
and it was 14 hours, and it was like we were like,
14 hours.
dude, on the coast, right? So we're going to Folsom.
yeah, that's where
on the
I
coast.
went. That's
Yeah,
where I fucking
yeah.
went.
So you're going up the coast, and it's like we're like passing Monterey, and he's like, "It's been 9 hours," and I already knew because we made the trip, and I'm like, we would have already been there watching TV by now.
why was
he
it so
almost
long?
beat me. He almost beat
Why
me
was
to
it so
death.
long that time?
I don't
Did your
know,
dad drive slow?
Scenic route.
bro.
Dude, Dude, I
know
tried
why.
fucking like 90. It took me 9 hours, dude.
Oh, no, we're in the Astro
9
van.
hours?
Yeah.
We're stopping at
Jesus
Hearst Castle
Christ.
looking at zebras and whale watching. And I'm like, bro, this has been 9 hours. I'm trying to watch TV. I thought he was going to pull me out and beat me half to fucking death. He's like, this is a scenic fucking route.
You don't appreciate nature.
But you know
when
you turn in,
Yeah.
and I'm driving and I see all these little ponds. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
oh fuck. Like if I had a pole, I'd stop and
Yep.
like,
Yep.
dude,
Yep.
there's
Yep.
water everywhere up there. Like, you know, little, and then you see the delta right there on the side of the 101. I don't know what it was. What river is that? There's a big.
I don't know what
fucking-
you're talking about,
It's a
to be honest with
shipping.
you.
There's shipping.
Stockton.
Stockton.
Talking
yeah.
about Stockton.
Yeah,
That's
Talking about the
5,
port.
though.
That's.
I think you get back on the 5 from the 101.
I don't think
I'm
you
not
see
sure.
that from there.
I don't know.
From the scenery route, though.
Dude, there's so much shit. There's like the San Mateo Bridge. There's lots of,
I don't
of
fucking know,
inlets
dude.
and stuff. It don't matter,
Dude,
really.
the water
You know what
up
I'm
there
saying?
though is like there's
Yeah.
water everywhere, dude.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
That's,
For the
yeah.
most part.
Anywhere you fucking turn, you're gonna
Dude,
find
in
another
Folsom,
slough.
so in Folsom, I stayed. Oh God, I stay at Hilton. You know the Hilton in Folsom. Mm-hmm. I stayed there 3 years in a row with my family. Like they
Yeah.
had a gathering. There's these little fucking water storage ponds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I fucking went up there one day with the frog,
Yeah.
and my uncle's a bass tournament fisherman down here, Bass Ackwards.
Uh-huh.
He's like,
oh, yeah.
He's like, hey, he came up with me. He's like, I'm not getting up that early, but try frogs if you see lily pads. I'm like, all right. So I saw mats, and I'm like, I see Cincos all over the place. I'm like, all right, fucking bam, bam, fucking caught like 10 fucking frogfish in a row, dude.
Yeah.
So good. And I'm like, every year I go up there, I go to that fucking little pond.
That's cool.
Yeah, I
Produces
love up
every
there.
time?
Dude, my uncle
Yeah.
used to take me frog gigging in those ponds when I was
Dude,
like knee high to
so
a grasshopper.
fun, dude.
You
And
fucking redneck.
dude,
Shit,
you
bro.
want to hear a fucking great story?
Fuck
you want to
frogging.
hear?
You gotta eat turtles, dog.
Bro, you want to hear?
Hell no.
You want to hear a great story?
Gator, son.
So you go frog gigging, right? And you pound these fucking frogs in these, like you're saying,
Yeah.
storage facilities. I can't even remember the name of the restaurant, but you know the American River on the north side of Folsom?
That's where we were. I went first.
You know, you go over downtown Folsom, over the bridge. There used to be a fucking hotel right across. No, it was a restaurant. There was a boozy ass
To
restaurant.
the left. To the
the
left
left.
is a tackle shop.
See, yeah,
So you come over Folsom Bridge, the bridge right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
Over the
yeah.
American River. You go to the left. You go down a while, and then there's a tackle shop on the left.
see, I can't remember.
It's not a tackle shop. Maybe it's like guns, tackle.
Dude, right out of. So you know, so this is when I was like 13.
I don't
So
remember.
what's that,
I
like
think this is-
94, 95. So anyways, he's like,
Shit,
oh,
I
you know,
wasn't
my
even born
uncle
yet.
took me around. We're gigging frogs, right? So we gig the fuck out of these frogs.
He's aging himself majorly with these
We
stories.
go back. I'm a kid. They're drunk as fuck. Cutting the legs off the frogs, right? So if you ever been frog gigging, you know, you cut the legs off, you're good. You just cut the legs off
Yeah.
the frog. Grocery store, like garbage bag full of frog bodies. Oh, fuck. These fools roll up in front of this fucking restaurant and throw the bag of frog bodies against this bougie ass restaurant's front door. Like fancy champagne brunch shit. So
And these are your uncles.
this is my uncle and his boys. My uncle Tim. Yeah, I'm airing you out, homie. So these fucking frogs are army crawling.
Oh
No
shit,
legs.
dude, alive.
legs. Bro, historic moment in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck, dude.
Like, it was fucked up. You know, I don't know. You go frogging, what are you going to do? You cut the
Yeah.
legs, that's what you do. But they were partying. You know what I'm saying? Those fools were doing it big. My uncles are really, they've made plenty of money. They're very successful, and shit. But, hunters. And all the homies get together. And he's got nephew there and fucking throws the fucking frog bag against
Great
the
memory.
door,
Great
bro.
memory.
Against the door. So I love that area because my uncles live there. There's a lot of cool stuff
But
there.
that area is super there's like a lot of little lakes. I even caught like a crankbait fish there, like at another little lake.
There's
behind
that-
the high school. There's a high school and then there's like
Yeah.
a lake behind there.
Is it Folsom High?
I might be.
I think it is Folsom
Yeah,
High.
I was throwing a crankbait there. I painted. This was like fucking 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I had an airbrush. I painted a fucking crankbait trout color.
Yeah.
Fucking over. There's like a shitload of like shrubs, grass
Yeah.
in the water, and I was just going right over the top of them and got slammed.
What's that lake that's down from Folsom? It's like a glacier lake. Or it's not a glacier lake. It's from the dam and it's really cold. So
So the dam's down below, and then you go up top, right?
Yeah, so
It's my baby outside. I see your eyes going, Danny.
No, I'm trying to think of what the fuck that lake's called.
if you go down 50, right? Like you're going to El Dorado Hills.
So
Folsom?
my family lives in Roseville too. Also,
Okay.
So there's that little dam, and then the bottom where the salmon trout farm is.
Oh yeah, you're talking about what's the name of that? It's a hatchery. There's a name of the hatchery.
And then
McCollum?
there's the lake up top.
It's not the McCollum, is it?
yeah, it's down from that lake up top.
Yes,
Whatever
yes,
that is.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Bro, that lake.
good.
Okay, so whoever lives in NorCal is gonna hate me. Swim baits.
Great.
Fuck, dude, that thing is loaded with trout, and you can't fish it except for like a kayak or something.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Dude, it starts with an N. Nimbus.
Yes, that was Nimbus Dam. That was the
Up
dam.
from
Right?
the
Yeah.
Nimbus- Dude, that little cold water motherfucker, stacked.
Really.
Dude, stacked with fish. But it's fucked up.
You know what we'll do?
You know, if you're going to Folsom, you
you
see
know
it.
what we'll do? We'll do dolphin sounds right now.
There
We've
you
done
go.
it before. We've done the,
Just put it on there. I don't care.
but it makes people pissed and they want to know.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I wanted the juice. He just took it out of there.
No, but if you go up there, that's a dope little lake. Like, it's cold water comes from the bottom, but there's bass in there, and there's fuck tons of trout.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And all you could do is kayak, so it gets no pressure.
And they have that. What do you guys have up there? Kokanee? Is that up that way?
Well, we have a hook kokanee, but
Yeah.
in Folsom, there's kings.
Yeah.
Kings are more
Yeah.
in Folsom.
Wow.
They have more kings up there. Kokanees are
Fuck.
good, but kokanees, they're not like other salmon. You know, they don't.
Yeah.
And only certain lakes will they spawn. Mm-hmm. And
Cooks
you
stay
know,
down super fucking deep, don't they? For the majority of the time.
Downriggers and shit you gotta have. Catch them.
I
to
think they're-
catch them
Yeah.
most of the time, but they come up and down
Yeah.
because they're plankton feeders. So even when they catch them on wedding rings
Yeah.
and shit like that, I don't think it's. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, I've been
That's
around
an
this shit,
expensive
bro.
ass lure.
No, those are cheap.
The paperwork's a lot more.
Mine, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
God.
Yeah, like, you know, so they do stuff like that.
I've actually never fucking fished Folsom.
No,
I've
it's,
never fished that.
Don't
Dude,
fish
I
there.
walked it. I
Don't fish
walked
there.
it with my uncle. He
Don't
caught like
fish
a
it?
fucking 4-pounder on a drop shot. Like,
yeah,
real
Brown's
quick.
Ravine.
Yeah,
Brown's
dude.
Ravine's the money.
So
that
good,
that
dude.
marine in there,
Yeah,
money.
So other than Folsom, what else have you fished up north?
that's it. No,
That's
the Sacramento River. And I fucking was just throwing a drop shot and some. Yeah, it was hard. It was a lot of really fast moving.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm from
Yeah,
the
Sac
shore,
has a lot
so
of
it's
current.
like.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I want to go up there. You know, he's in Chico. Fish on Guide Services. Sean Anderson.
For
I
the
know
name.
who he is. Yeah. For stripers?
He came on the podcast. He's the second call-in I did, and the last call-in I ever did. Great, worked out great. But he's a big striper guy. He's buddies with the G-Rat bait guy up there.
Yeah, you got the Feather River. You got all kinds of shit
and
up there.
he
for
guys
striper.
up there, and
Yeah.
he fucking pulls
Zach
like
in the American,
40s,
yeah.
dude, like 30s and
some-
40s.
oh,
Him
yeah.
and
Giants up there.
Billy Dresden.
Yep, I'm
Maybe,
supposed to
if
go
I'm saying
out
that
with him.
wrong.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
don't know
supposed
who
to
he
go
is.
Those guys
Yeah.
are studs. Up
Yeah.
there, dude. That's
He's
a
an
whole
animal.
different fishery for stripers.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not like where we live.
So yeah, I'm trying. I think in November I'm gonna try to work my way up there to do
should,
some
dude.
more
That shit's
podcasts,
fucking tight.
just to do podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Because I want to get fucking the tactical bassing guys on, and I don't, like to go up that way.
Matt Allen and Tim Little are cool fucking dudes,
I
bro.
know, and I would love to get them on. So I'm like hoping if I go up that way, maybe it'll be easier for
Bro,
them.
I talked to Matt
If they're
weekly.
dude,
He's
yeah,
awesome.
You got to make
You just
sure
got to
that
be
you're-
around.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're
like,
all
I will-
over the damn place. They're so freaking busy, bro. Tactical
Yeah.
Bassing's blown up massively over the years.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's wild. It's
Dude,
awesome to
it's
see.
huge.
It's awesome to see. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a trip, bro. Like Northern California. I mean, you guys got tons of lakes down here too. But I mean, we got.
well, I
like-
think it's like you got about 4 or 5.
You guys keep chatting.
And,
Yeah.
So like up this way, and then you have Dixon, all the ones down south, San Diego, all that shit.
We got a lot of different places up north that are really just. I mean, obviously the locals will fish them, but I mean, you have a lot of places like what Cesar was saying. I mean, it's so hard to leave the Delta, man, especially when you're a Delta rat. You were born here, but the Delta changes every day, so it's a frustrating place because it'll humble you
Yeah.
overnight. You'll go whack them today. Tomorrow you go back to the same place, you won't even get a fucking bite. You know what I mean?
fucking crazy.
You go to a lake, it's a little bit easier to pattern, but I mean, we have some really just solid bodies of water up there. I mean, you have Maloney's, Don Pedro, you have, I mean, Bullard's Bar, Berryessa, of course, Clear Lake. I know Cesar fucking hates that place, but Clear Lake's phenomenal.
I love Clear Lake.
It's fucking amazing. Jack will agree with me. Anybody who
Clear
doesn't
Lake's so
like Clear
nice.
Lake, there's a screw loose, and Cesar's got a screw loose. But I mean, you got places like Shasta. I mean, Shasta's phenomenal. That's probably my favorite fishery. There's not a, I mean, you don't see a whole lot of size. You see a whole lot of numbers usually, but you could throw just about anything up there and you'll find a way to fucking catch fish. You got smallies, largemouth,
Yeah.
and spots. You know what I mean? You got places like Bullard's Bar. Bullard's Bar's got massive spots in it. I mean, I have a fish that was over 8. I mean, that's my biggest spot up there. I mean, Jack, I think's got a 9-pounder out of there on a fucking glide bait. I mean, you could go up there and catch
one of the Caesars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck, dude.
First cast in the morning.
Yeah, first cast in, maybe 10 minutes into the day.
I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. Mine was on the last cast of the day, and I mean, I viewed that as, man, if I die tomorrow and I die with that as my personal best as a spot, I died a fucking happy man, bro. That's still to this day, that's probably my most memorable fish because it was such, dude. Bullard's Bar, everybody talks about that place. It's such a phenomenal fishery, and it is when you catch it right.
Yeah.
But it's like down here, you catch pressure. That place gets 10+ boats on it, and the place fucking shuts off.
Not
Really?
even 10. It's
It's
3
it's
boats.
stupid. It's stupid.
3 boats running around, and that place shuts that place down.
You fish it during the week, or you
That's
don't fish it
fucking
at all.
weird, dude.
Oh yeah, and I mean those fish, they get lockjaw, bro. They do not want to fucking eat, and I mean, obviously the caliber of spots up there is insane. They eat on kokanee. I mean that's a prime factory for kokanee eaters.
So that's why you get the big.
Oh yeah,
big
I mean
bass,
those
you
fish
know.
are fucking freaks, bro.
Yeah.
I mean when you catch them,
dude.
when you catch a fish over 5 pounds, you look at them and go, man, they're as wide as they are long.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
look like they're a mutant.
Dick.
I mean, they really
Yeah.
do. And I mean, you know, like Jack said, I mean, 3 boats on that place, it shuts down. It really does. I mean,
Fuck, dude.
but that's not the only place that's got big spots up there. I won't throw too many places under the bus, but I mean, there's places around there that have.
But
I
you
mean,
guys got a lot of bodies of water.
I mean,
that
it's
way, too,
and that's
yeah.
really what it comes down to. Do you want to travel? And I mean, and I understand.
But when you travel, how far are you talking about traveling?
I mean, if you want to go up towards Shasta, what is it, about a 4-hour tow, 4.5-hour tow, somewhere around there? I mean, it's a travel.
You know
Clearly,
what
I've
shit?
never been.
You know what shit is like? Castaic is probably like 25 miles from here, 30 miles. Takes me in the morning, maybe like 40. In the morning, maybe an hour, and maybe 50 minutes for you. On the way home, 3,
Brutal.
2, 3.
That's
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
So that's why
All
I only
'cause of traffic?
I only fish the lakes like maybe till 12.
Even if you fish till
12.
dark, and
No, it doesn't matter.
doesn't
dude.
matter.
LA traffic doesn't stop until like fucking 10, dude.
Shit.
So it's like fucking.
You guys
know?
can have LA. I'm sorry.
Dude, if I didn't have kids like locked down, I would have moved to Idaho already.
Huh?
My family's in Idaho and then Folsom up that way.
Coeur d'Alene's awesome area.
Dude, it's so cool up there, and
Yeah.
I fish in Snake River with my cousins. Like,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
that's
took my
dope.
boat. I fucking knocked my prop off almost on my fucking boat. You know, because it got real skinny.
Is
like
that
up
the
there.
spot?
Yeah.
Is that the lake you were just talking about? It's got the massive fucking smallies in it.
Hey, shh.
There you go.
Hey, fucking, we're over here throwing away
I
all
gotta
of our
piss.
spots.
There you go.
Hey, take the podcast over, guys.
Take it over. We'll keep talking. Fuck. Oh, grab me one of those. Oh, I do. Yeah, there we go.
You want me to crack it open for you, Brad?
What?
I got the
Don't be weird.
You gotta crack them all open.
All right.
I'm telling you, killing a fucking 18 rack is very easy.
Dude, this podcast idea.
18
keeps
rack?
going.
I don't know.
Crack me one, Danny. I like that. It's a deer ass.
I didn't even realize that's what you said. Uh-oh. That's
Yeah.
hella funny.
I know. I walked by, I almost licked it.
Hey,
It's like a battery,
don't
bro.
be fucking weird, bro.
Tastes like a battery.
Like that. It makes your tongue tingle.
9-volt battery. Can you open one for me, please?
Yes, sir.
This is my go-to usually.
Wait, 805?
No.
Oh.
What is that? A little mammoth or something? Or
Stick it on the end of the can. Puts a perfect shotgun hole on
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So let's get back now to the drip kit.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
When you pull us back around, we've been having a blast.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking getting
Talking
drunk.
shit. Yeah.
Talking shit.
Yeah, tight.
What do I got going on here?
I know. I just hit up Curry.
Damn.
I'm like, what's up, fool? I'm getting hammered over here. What's up?
Right, dude.
Have some beers ready, bitch. I know you're around the corner, motherfucker.
Dude, this one's longer than the beginning one, I think, almost.
Oh, yeah. We've been rambling.
Dude, this is fucking...
Is the beginning one really long?
beer.
I don't
talk
know
about
because
random shit.
it's bars, so...
Oh, yeah, you don't know.
I do everything in Pro Tools, but the problem is
yeah.
the internet connection's bad, and it's dropped out before.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll be going, and and it'll drop out, and I'll be like, "Fuck!" So I got to restart it. So I do it in Logic, and then I transfer it all.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, word.
All right, we're back from the break. Let's talk about the drip kit. We're gonna have that tomorrow, even though tomorrow's not really tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have it at the event.
The event had the drip kit. Hopefully, you guys bought it.
You guys probably bought some.
Yep, a lot of them. So hopefully they sold out. Let's talk about it.
Well, so me and Cesar wanted to get together about doing, we wanted to create some sort of kit where you could, we don't really talk so much about, we haven't really talked so much about soft baits through articles too much yet. I mean, I've done an article on the 5-inch Rising Sun. So I feel like it's kind of not been talked about as much as it needs to be, but we'll get into that down the road. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to soft baits, I mean, especially weedless baits, you really have your owner beast hook and you have the flashy swimmer. I mean, you got some other models and stuff like that. Trokar makes one, Gamakatsu makes one. You got some other stuff overseas. But what we wanted to do was offer a kit where you could add some flair to it anytime you really wanted to without even having to have the flashy swimmer. The whole design was based off of the flashy swimmer hook. Mm-hmm. Owner came up with a pretty solid idea. I mean, it's really relative to an underspin, but we wanted to try to make it a little bit better. The harness that they sell, I mean, it might just be personal for me, but I've broken them off a lot of times, just skipping baits, whatnot. So we wanted to be able to add a barrel swivel so that you could just take the split ring and go directly to the eye that they offer on the hook. Something that'll keep it stationary and it'll keep that blade more in the middle of the bait. Because for whatever reason with the stock harness, I get a lot of short strikes because the blade's more towards the tail. I feel like a lot of fish, when they try to commit, which is hard enough as it is on a swim bait, they like to slap at the tail rather than actually commit to the bait because I think the flash isn't necessarily central to where the actual hook is. But not only that, we took the drip kit and we offered 3 different blades. We wanted to do copper, silver, and gold. All of them have barrel swivels on them, so you don't have to worry about
what type
switching.
Of blades do you guys use?
They're willows.
Okay.
They're hammered willows, so they got the dimples in them.
Yeah.
The silver is a true silver, so it's got kind of a goldish silver tint to it. It's got a really different flare, like flash to it in the water. The other thing that we wanted to offer is we offered 4 like skirt bands. That way you could take and just add them to whatever hook. You can even throw them on a swim jig. It doesn't even have to be on a soft bait. But,
yeah.
And then 2 twist locks. So what you do is you just take the barrel swivel and you drop it down through the twist lock, and then you just twist it on wherever the hell you want to inside the soft bait. So we offer that for $10 on the site. We'll obviously have it or had it at the event, but
too bad you sold out.
Yeah. We'll have to make some more. We'll definitely have to make some more.
Yeah. The cool thing though about that too is it's for any bait. It's salt, fresh, doesn't matter.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
And
so I mean,
that little container too, like those little pop containers are cool. The one that comes in is packaged in. It's like little pop top, seals up. You ain't gotta worry about it falling out. To be honest with you, it's like a weed container.
No, it's not.
Yeah. But I mean, you don't gotta put weed in it. You can
put
it
jelly
works
beans.
really good. It's sealed up. Water doesn't get in. And like for my game day packs for Toxic, I have this clamshell, and I'm trying to switch over to these because, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like I could throw that little canister in my bag or whatever and just pop it out, pop it open, throw whatever on. I feel as, like that's, to me, that's part of the packaging. Like,
yeah,
like it makes it easy. In my clamshell and my game day packs now, I mean, they're cool, but when I open them, like it kind of like falls apart.
Yes.
And clamshells don't always come back together.
Yeah.
So looking for a better packaging, I ordered some of those, and it seems like those little pop top film canister things are killer. They're awesome. Like they allow us to buy a good container for a decent price and still pass it along to the customer. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like that's a benefit in the pack, along with the accessories. Like you could actually store this. Maybe people are more organized than me. But
no,
for me,
I'm
I got a cardboard box. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing shit in. If it isn't in a container, it's going to be all over the fucking
I can agree
place.
to that. I used to have a chip bag over where his gas was.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
he didn't even have a cap.
fuck.
He had a hot Cheeto bag or some shit stuffed in there.
Yeah. I lost my gas cap.
To keep
Are you
the pressure.
fucking serious?
To keep the
Yeah.
pressure.
100%.
No, there was no pressure. It was an old boat. I just shoved it in so water didn't get in when I came on plane. And then when I got gas, I had to pull it out.
Do you guys all have boats?
Yeah.
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 Let's go around the table and talk about our boats.
Oh shit. Okay, so I had a '87 Ranger that I bought in 1999 when I graduated high school. It was '86 actually, and I just sold it last year and bought Danny's dad's '99 Ranger high side. It's like the old hull that was kind of like a tank. They said like a sled, but it's badass. So we got a good deal, and I just got that, and that was my upgrade. I sold my boat to a homie.
What size engine do you have?
It's got, what is that on?
225.
225.
Whatever's on that bad boy.
Dude, you're not fucking around.
No, it's a 20-foot boat, 225. It has HDS 12 live on the front, 9 on the console.
Dude.
I was out with my son the other day. I'm not even fucking with you guys. And I'm such a Delta fisherman. I'm like 5 feet or less. I'm with my son. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I can't turn the brightness up on my HDS 9. Didn't have reception. I had to come in for lunch and Wi-Fi, and you just push the power button over and over again. That's how much of a hillbilly I am from living on the Delta. I didn't even know how to use my shit. Yeah, dude, I got the Delta. I got the boat, and I'm like, yo, it's got an Ultrax and a fucking HDS 12 and a 9. Dude, my live wells don't work. My lights don't work. Nothing works.
My dad sold him a lemon.
The best depth finder on
No,
the river is
it's not a
8-foot
negative.
pole.
I'm just saying, yo, I got 2 hours. I should fix my lights. And I'm like, fuck that. Yo, I got 2 hours for a spook bite. You know what I mean?
Oh,
screw the
that.
lights.
Yeah.
I'll take the ticket. If that fucking sheriff boat
you got a
can't
ticket
go
before?
65, no, they can't go 65.
What's the speed limit on Delta?
There's none.
Speed limit,
As fast as you can go.
Yeah.
bro.
There's 5 mile an hour zones.
Dude,
so
I can run that boat in 12 inches of water. There's no sheriff boat that's gonna follow me through that.
No. Your lower unit might not be there by the time
Light
you're setting
tickets
down,
are about $500, so you just run
dude.
that gas out.
What about you, Danny? What do you have?
I actually went all in this year.
You just bought a new boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah.
What do you got, dude?
I got a 2019 Bass Cat. It's a Cougar FTD. I got it from Boatmasters out in Livermore.
Nice.
I mean, if you're looking for a Bass Cat, that's the place to go.
He bought it for my brother-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Your brother-in-law works at...
Yeah, he's a salesman. Yeah.
Oh. What size engine?
It is a 250 V8 Pro XS, and it's faster than shit, and it makes my asshole pucker every time I fucking drive it. It says it'll go 84, and I pushed it to 70. I said, yeah, that was cool. I'm going to back down to about...
You fucking went that fast?
Oh, yeah, Bass Cats. I haven't gone that fast, but they will, and I won't push it that way because I'm a weenie, and I'm not going to...
That's scary, dude.
Oh, yeah.
84.
You don't need to go that fast. You don't need to.
On the Delta, maybe on an open lake, but a lot of people run on the Delta, and we have a lot of blind turns. That's why you see a lot of deaths with jet skis.
Really?
Oh, yeah. To be honest with you, people hate boaters. I hate bass boaters on the Delta because everybody's in a hurry.
Drive an asshole.
I love you guys. I love the bass boaters, but
Calm down.
blind turn, just slow the fuck down.
There's been a lot of deaths on the river, especially within the last recent years. I mean, you got some ski boaters. There's people that don't need to be driving boats that have boats.
Yeah.
Majority happens down in
Ski
the
beach
disco area.
Yeah, drinking.
Yeah, disco and
It attributes
drinking
to
adds,
itself for sure.
right.
That stuff benefits
The
You
way
can't
more
drink on
boats.
the Delta, though, right?
What?
You're not supposed to drink on the Delta?
Yeah. drink-
Well,
You're
you're not
supposed
supposed
to
to drink and drive.
Yeah, but you could have buddies drinking beers. Or...
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not allowed to have an open container in the boat either, but
I only
at the
drink
same
water.
time, they don't give a fuck if you're drinking on the Delta. You could have it on the beach, you could have it wherever.
But you can't be on the boat driving, drinking.
Not when you're, not
you
when
can get
you're-
an open container ticket.
How much is that?
I don't know.
Expensive as shit.
I don't know.
I don't personally know.
Do you know?
Hit the gas.
Nah.
Just hit the gas, homie.
No.
I just drink water because I'm a good civilian.
Yeah, hit them creeks.
Yeah. Get shallow on the motherfuckers.
Drive right through Mandeville.
Yeah, bro. Bass boats can run at nothing. Dude, I've ran in my bass boat where I came off plane, and when it came all the way off, I heard it suction. It went, and then popped out.
Fuck,
So I had
scary,
to lift the
dude.
trolling motor and fucking try to get out. Yeah, fishing for striper, running through. I'm like, this looks good. The tool, dude. I've been out there 20 years, and I see a fucking, I see a toolie clump out there, and I'm like, bro, I should hit that. And I come off plane and fucking suction cup into the mud.
Fuck,
Low tide's a motherfucker.
crazy, dude.
Oh,
Can
especially in wintertime when
Oh,
you
you got
forget
tides
it.
there too. That's
Oh,
a big
yeah.
difference.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
3 to 4 feet. 3 to 4
Fuck.
feet. Yeah, every
Sometimes
day.
bigger.
That's why saltwater is great for us. Like we come down here and it's easy because I'm like
Same shit.
Everybody's like, yo, it's kind of slow right now, but don't worry. I'm like, what? The tide's gonna switch and it's gonna get good. Yeah. I know. I'm waiting for it too, motherfucker.
Tidal-based fisheries are no fucking joke.
No, that's what. Oh yeah. I mean, I've learned to fish over. And
it changes overnight. I mean, like we said earlier. I mean, it's literally by the fucking minute something changes.
Yeah, dude, take that tide book with you on the lakes,
dude.
Just
really
fish the same tides as you would on the lakes.
Fuck,
I learned. I'm serious.
Are you fucking with me over here, Cesar?
Dude, Bobby Barrick was like, "Yo, fish that." I think it has to do with the moon.
He's talking about the moon phase.
No, but you can literally.
Hey, Daddy over here is like, don't listen.
I didn't know where he's going.
I don't know. He's fucking talking about fuck him.
It's always high tide every time I go to the lake.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But I'm serious. Like those same things. The moon, like it's all moon influence.
Yeah.
So even though tides, you don't have a tidal fishery, like I live and die by that shit.
The moon. Do you live by the moon a lot then too? Because I heard a big debate. Yeah. Well, I watched a debate happen. John Curry.
Okay.
Was big on this, and another dude said, "Nah, I don't think moons don't matter." And John's like,
no
you're
way.
Fucking crazy.
It 100% matters.
Moons matter,
100%.
Butch Brown said he won't fish when the moon's up. I don't agree with that. Like I've caught some fucking donks while the moon's up.
Okay.
But in general, if I'm like, yo, the moon's not gonna be up all day, I'm trying to go fish. You know what I mean? Or like events. You should pay attention to that. Just past. Like I was in Carmel with my family, right? And I love to spend time with my family. This is gonna burn me right here. But
here it comes.
This weekend, right? It fell that the times coincided that it was sunrise, moonset, and sunset, moonrise. I fucking jerked off to that for half a month. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I don't care. I'll fish whenever, but I'm telling you, like that 40 pounds, it was moonset, sunrise. Like that shit goes off. It does. It happens. 2 events happening at the same time. Like when I was a kid, I was those lunar calendars in Bassmaster activity charts, blah blah blah. I don't know. It ain't the only time to catch them, but that shit's fucking.
No, it matters.
That's real.
Yeah.
It matters.
The moon goes down and the sun comes up. You better be on the fucking water. I know that.
So that's why I like talking to Cesar because he'll tweak out on shit like that. That's where his moonrise, moonset, that shit I would never really look at, to be honest.
I never did before.
Because I base all my fishing off weather, and if I'm fishing on the river, it's tides.
Yeah.
That's how I
Where
am
he's
too.
like, oh, fuck, this moon's about to be here. It's about to be in this position. The sun's over here. I'm about to go fucking whack
You know what's
'em.
funny, though? At the same time, I think one of the key elements was it was like 25 minutes after the tide switch, too. So it was like moonrise. It was like
it hit.
sunrise, moonset, tide switch, fucking wade hogs, choke it.
Yeah, nothing but Mother Nature just fucking dropping dimes
is it
down
nighttime
there.
fishing there too or no?
You can do everything.
Yeah, Delta.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. I've actually been like, right now is the time to go on the night. Like you catch 40 fish a night right now.
Fuck.
Not big ones though. I mean, I've never caught big
Well,
ones.
it's still fun. I mean,
Oh yeah, but right now in the fall when it's cold and people aren't in the summer and throwing wakes, when the nights are 50 and the days are like 70, 80, it's like 40 fish.
really?
Yeah. Wake baits and stuff. Or the Livewire chatterbait, spinnerbait, something like that throws vibration. But
Let's talk about that too. Fuck, man.
the Livewire, the chatterbait, spinnerbait.
Yeah, that bait's been in the works for a long time.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's been in the works for over a decade.
And you guys are building that.
My dad
his
is.
dad.
Your dad
My
is,
dad
okay.
is. My dad owns Bobby D Baits. He's
Some of the best baits on the market, by the way.
Yeah,
Appreciate
the
that.
best.
I'll
One
make
of the
sure-
best buzz baits and spinner baits on the market.
And jigs.
And a grinder.
He won't tell you that. He's
Yeah.
just too
Very
humble for his
Humble,
own.
bro.
good.
Yeah,
Super humble.
Yeah.
He's too humble for his own good sometimes. But he,
he'll tell you about the wire that he uses in the spinner
Yeah.
rate for like 25 minutes.
But that
Dude,
live wire.
I fucking made down here I made A-rigs with the point, I think it's like 6.6 or 6 something. And I bought the musky twister from, I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
This fucking bitch twisting all these, like I made 10 of them. I lost like 7 of them already.
He said, "Fuck
Poured
that
all
shit
that-
afterwards."
No, I'm going to make more. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
but what about the wire, the blend of the metals in the wire?
I don't know about
That's
that.
what I'm saying,
learning. I'm
dog.
learning. So
Well, my
This
dad
fool's
will
a fucking
talk
savant.
to you about
so
all
that's
that
fucking
shit.
great.
He's
dude.
like the Rain Man of wire.
Well,
Not even an insult.
He's
That's one of the best compliments
For
you could
real,
receive.
bro. For real.
No, my dad flat out. I mean, he that Livewire. So this is gonna sound ridiculous, but that Livewire. So we were going on a Shasta trip. We do it every year, or else we used to. We're starting to do it again. So we take family trips to Shasta. Usually it's during the summertime. Now it's around Thanksgiving. But he literally went and took a shower. Comes out. He goes, "I got a fucking idea. I'll be right back." Goes and grabs a spinnerbait that he already had poured. Goes and ties up this fucking goofy looking ass thing that looked like a goddamn gimmick. I'm going, "What the fuck is that?" He goes, "I don't know, but we're gonna go see." He drew it on the fog on the shower door and said, "It's gonna work." We go up there, it worked, and we go up there, and I mean, it was literally the first bait I hit. I had a 4.5 pound largie, 4 pounds, 4 pound spot, and a 3.5 pound smallie at Shasta.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm like going, okay, we might have actually found something here. Obviously, it was in the beginning stages. Lots changed since then, but that bait, man, it's really opened my eyes to something that it's really surprising that it wasn't done prior because it's a combination between both two baits that are fucking phenomenal. Yeah. A blade will never go out of style. It kind of gets overlooked by a chatterbait a lot, or a vibrating jig, whatever way you want to call it.
I love how you call it a blade. That's what my uncle calls it. Because I go spinnerbait, he goes blade.
I grew up on a fucking spinnerbait, bro.
Blade.
There's nothing better than a good blade bite. No. You cannot beat a blade bite.
No, you cannot.
That's what I caught my 7-pounder on. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
My uncle, I went up. He's like, "Hey, if you see stick ups, throw a blade."
Yeah, dude, that's the
I
best
said,
advice.
"Okay," and I fucking
You
caught
can't
that
beat that.
7-pounder, and I'm like,
And you got to make sure. So, if you put this in the podcast, when you have a spinnerbait, you want to take your spinnerbait and you want to bend it down. And if your hook point's right here, if that arm hits the hook point, it's a bad spinnerbait.
Garbage.
You want it to go here, because big fish inhale the whole fucking spinnerbait, just like a weed line, just like a weed guard. So you want that arm to fold down so you still get the hook. I can't tell you how many big fish I've lost.
No way,
on a long
dude.
arm spinnerbait.
No
And you
booyahs?
set the hook.
"No booyahs, huh?"
No.
Dude, I'll just it doesn't matter. I'll bend
It don't matter.
I'm just
it don't,
fucking
well,
with
no,
you.
but it
I
don't
just cut
matter who
the
makes it.
Just cut the arm and rebend it.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
the swivel
yeah,
on. And his dad told me that back in the day. Like, check this out.
Yeah.
And because I'm like, yo, I fucking hook up, and you get 2 head shakes, and they're gone. And he's like, I'll tell you why right now.
Because it's
Yeah.
pressure. It's leverage for the fish.
Yeah, it's a big weed guard.
It is,
you know?
and it's pressuring against your hook set. So basically, all that work you put in to fight that fish, now your bait's fighting against you. You know what I mean? This is all tools. I mean, baits are tools. I mean, you don't want your tool to work against you. It's like doing anything. Construction. I mean, if you had a saw that cut the opposite direction, it's gonna fuck you up. You know what I mean? But like, so going back to like the Livewire is a combination of two, which is, I mean, it's wild. I mean, you get the vibration from the vibrating jig, and you get the action of the blades. And the bait was designed to be fished in. So up on the Delta, we have troughs. So you'll have vegetation, and then you'll have your rock banks, and in between, you'll have shit that nothing grows in because the water constantly fluctuates. Well, that's called the trough. That bait was designed to be able to be fished shallow in those troughs, in those areas where once the high tide pulls up, you can fish that bait along those weed lines on the backside of the rocks and catch fish. And it's what it's done. I mean, you go through the board. What is it?
He said backside of weed line. I started thinking about spy bait and trout. That's sorry. That's my favorite. That's my favorite besides carp. That's all.
But that bait though, I mean, there's we've had it in the prototype stage for almost a decade.
Hey, he did the prototype.
The prototype. We've had it in the prototype stage.
I'm sorry. I feel comfortable, guys. I'm busting
Yeah,
my
it's
balls a
all
little bit.
good.
All good with me.
No, that shit's legit. Like that. You know, to be honest with you, I talked to some cats and they said that there was a different company from Japan that had made a chatterbait spinnerbait combo. I'm not sure exactly who it was, but it's phased out obviously. But people have even his dad, even Bobby was like, "Yo, you think it's more than a gimmick?" Like, he knows that it works, but more than this.
It makes sense to
more
me in
than
my
that.
head.
But for me,
That noise, like fucking.
yeah, I throw them for crawdad eaters. Like, early in the year, I throw a brown and orange one, and it's got a chatterbait and blade, so it has a lot of lift.
I
has a lot
get
of lift,
it, dude.
So to keep it slow rolling on the bottom, it can be a task. But like for crawdad eaters, early before the weeds develop, you can't find a better.
We'll be
bait.
offering more colors and stuff too
They
throughout the
fucking
time.
truck it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you
So
bring
that
some
made
down
me-
or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a whole box.
some out in the trunk.
God.
Yeah, they're good to get.
It's that bait. I mean, it's
if
got,
you fish at night, you won't throw a better bait.
No.
Straight up.
Shit.
no. I mean, it's just different. I mean, it's what it comes down to. You have a lot of baits on the market.
Yeah, don't
that-
throw it on braid. It'll shake your hands off.
Yeah, it will. And it's one of those things that these fish haven't seen it, so when they see it, they fucking crush it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll rip your arms off. They hit it so
Fuck,
fucking hard.
dude.
It's got a
Yeah.
16 out of Clear Lake.
Yeah.
That was the biggest fish in the
Who
last
caught that?
20 years. Charlie Alamassey's actually one that
No
caught that.
way, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking huge.
It was
3 years
massive.
ago, 3 years ago.
It was like
2016, I think.
It
is when
was like it was like
16.3
How
or
long
some
was that
shit.
fish? Like fucking.
I remember when that
20
was circulating.
inches.
And everyone was like,
It
"What
was-
the
oh,
fuck?"
yeah.
It
And
wasn't
nobody-
really 20 inches, but it was short.
It was the
Yeah,
definition of a
study
football.
fucking football. Yeah.
crazy, dude. Yeah,
And that, I mean, that was
Fuck,
really when we realized, all right, we got something here. You know what I mean? Like we had caught fish, but a lot of things catch fish.
Yeah.
It was really when you started to see the size
Yeah.
come into play where we're like, all right, this isn't a gimmick. This is really something we need to run with. We need to perfect it before we let it hit the market. And that's
Yeah.
really what took the time to get to the point where it is now.
And this is all handmade by your dad.
Oh yeah, my dad hand pours, hand
That's
ties,
cool
all that
as
shit.
fuck,
I've
dude.
tried getting in there. I got guys all the time telling me, "Why don't you work for your dad?" Because he's a fucking maniac for one.
Yeah.
Because he's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Everything that he does is to the T, and I've tried tying, and that is an artwork in itself,
His
man.
consistency is so good.
It's insane. It's fucking insane.
Tying, you mean like bending
Tying.
the
I mean,
wire,
it's all
like
hand
everything.
tied. I mean, these aren't rubber
Dude,
band skirts.
it's-
None of that shit.
Dude, even bending the wire is a fucking bitch.
Well, he buys
bro.
them. He used to bend them. He buys them pre-bent now.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the whole thing with that bait, a lot of people don't realize. They just think it's thrown together. It's not. That
Yeah,
whole
no,
bait
no, no.
is designed off of every little thing on it is there for a reason. That bait is based off balance because if it was any other way, it wouldn't run right. It wouldn't run straight. That bait took as long as it did to get to the point where it's at because it's got all the components that
Okay.
it needs. You know what I mean? So it's we saw the opportunity to sell that through Blinked. Tried to benefit my dad a little bit through that. I mean, it's been selling through Boatmasters. We're not the only one that carries them. Boatmasters Livermore has them as well. If you get a hold of Tanner Spawn, we'll be able to hook you up with that stuff if we never have them on in stock, but which we
Yeah.
plan on doing. But it's just we kind of want to venture that direction with Blinked. We want to be able to offer more than just reviews and tips and tricks. We want to be able to do Blinked outdoors is kind of the route that we're trying to go. We want to be able to offer multiple things rather than just one specific thing with articles.
Yeah, and that's dope. Like
I think it's a cool concept too. Like it's something a little different. You know,
Dude, it's
I
a
think we
fish
should.
catcher.
Yeah,
It sticks to our niche too. Something a little bit different.
It
It's
seems
not
like
the
a
same
given.
as
and I
anything
think
else.
that's what the whole blank thing is. Is like
Yeah.
doing something a little bit different than everyone else.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
do what hasn't been done.
Yes,
That's really
I back that
because there's
I back-
so much shit that's redundant, bro, with everything in the world.
fucking dude, really.
Yeah,
That's kind of what you're doing is a podcast. Nobody really does a real good fishing podcast that I've heard of.
There's some. I mean, there's some East Coast ones. Ike and Ellie's isn't bad. I mean, like
I just can't. I
You got
can't
Ike and
get
you got those
into it
other
for that
I
long.
forget the other guys, but
I mean, I like
No,
Ike as a person. I've met him before, but man, I can't stick
I
around with
never
that shit
met
for
him,
that
but
long.
like I'd love to have him on. But like, I guess the thing is that the only things that makes me different is I'm green, a little more green. I'm not, and I don't give a fuck about anything.
Dude, green is so good.
It
though.
is.
It is good.
I'm
Right?
telling
I'm
you.
kind of like I don't give a fuck.
well,
Like
it means
needs-
you're not biased.
We need
Yeah,
a fresh.
I'm unbiased.
We need
you
a
have no
fresh view.
preconceived notions about nothing.
Yep.
You have no.
Yeah.
You're not judgmental.
No.
You're
And
just
that's why I
open
was
to
like,
everybody
yo,
to come on.
This
and
shit's
just,
genuine as fuck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's
That-
the way this shit needs to be.
That's the key.
And
me.
the second thing is I don't like putting out shit that doesn't sound good or fucking,
Right.
you know, like that. I want to make sure that I can put out the best thing I can.
Yeah.
and we come
Which
here
you guys pretty much doing the same fucking thing. Like
trying
it's
to,
like, you know,
Yeah. I mean, that's really where it was designed. I mean,
Yeah.
we really want to take something and continue to be genuine. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, the thing that drives me fucking nuts with other companies out there is you go and read a review and you go, well, there was nothing negative about that. It's almost like you're getting paid to fucking do it. Well, it's because they are. And I mean, it's the
That's 'cause
God
they are.
honest truth. You know what I mean? Like, it's an infomercial in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you're reading a review, but in reality, it's not a review.
but that's hard too. Is like it's hard because it's like these dudes that do these like review websites or what do you do like to get a sponsor? Like, you know what I'm
And that's
saying?
really
Like,
what it comes down to.
that's what it is. So if you see a review in my head, I go, well, they probably paid for a sponsorship. Fine, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like that's how they made their money.
And
But it's
the
like,
hard-
how do you get around that? Like,
and that's
there's
the hard
no
part
way.
about Blanked. Like for me, I don't care about a sponsor because I already have myself as a sponsor.
Yeah.
But as it grows, you know, like, what do you do? Like, I don't give a shit about monetary compensation from there, but at the same time, nobody wants to work for free.
Dude, it's a lot of work, dude.
It is work.
Like,
even if you're putting your opinion out there, it's still work. It's still like, I need to do this. I need to deliver. I need to make sure this is spelled correctly. Just spell check takes fucking forever. You know what I mean? Like,
You
to
know
be
how
real.
many? You know how
To
many
be
hellas?
real.
You know how many hellas I had to take out of Caesar's
hella.
articles?
This is hella tight.
No,
You know what I
keep
mean?
the hell is in there.
To be real, like,
not
And the
real.
translation, he's like, "Serio pedos, fool." Hey.
no mama's way. Fuck. So it's just, you know, it's like it's all work. It's all work. Even though, you know, it's like, I think it's like sometimes that gets lost. Like, people are like, "Yo, you know, you could do this, or you have time, or you have this." I'm like, man, it's work for us. Like, it's not work in the sense of we're like, fuck, I don't want to do this.
No,
but
100%
still,
want to do it.
It still takes time from your day.
You know what? It's the big thing to me is like everything that I've done. First, I just did the podcast audio, no problem, quick, bang it out. The video changed the game, dude. Like, on Sunday nights, like, my wife's like, "What are you doing at 5 p.m.?" I'm like, "Editing video." It's 10. What are you doing? Rendering.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know, it's like, fuck, and I've been working on it for 5. You know, however long. So it's like, it takes time, and I hope everyone appreciates that. And there's got to be an end game. Like, you can't expect anything to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and you just fucking take it. Like, there's got to be a take and give.
It's like
You know
Instagram.
what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
Instagram now,
yeah.
everybody's like, "Yo, there's no organic reach." Like, I was talking about TikTok. You know, like, there's no organic reach. You got to pay for it. I got to do all this shit. And I like, for people I know that not fishing but do other businesses, I'm like, how long did you expect to get this shit for free? Mm-hmm. Like, they're not just providing this platform and expecting nothing in return. Yes. Like, we all want to be some kind of justly compensated for our work. So, and whether people know it or not, it's work to do all of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, Mike Gilbert, imagine how much time goes into editing those videos. I've edited a video.
Fuck, dude.
Holy crap.
Not only that, his videos are like amazing.
He
like,
took his-
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That takes a lot.
Dude. And it's like,
And he didn't get
his
paid?
podcast is great because he talks about, like, we're putting time into shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
He has a
You know?
podcast?
No,
No,
the
when he was
podcast he
on
came
here.
on.
I'm gonna have to listen to this shit. Fuck, sorry, Mike.
He had a podcast he came on, and
Okay,
it's 60,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And he talks about, like, we put time in, people put time in. You know, like, he puts a lot of time. Everyone, you put time in, all of us. You know,
Yeah.
like, this is something that we work hard on. So
And we love it. We don't want
No, not at
adoration.
all, not at all,
You know, we don't
dude.
want people to be like, "Yo, pat me on the back," but at the
Yeah.
same time, like recognize, like, it takes some time to do this, even though it's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I mean,
it's cool.
videography is his shit, though, right? He fucking filmed for Thrasher.
Yeah.
And
And
shot
still,
all those skate
dude,
videos.
and still,
and
ma-
I appreciate it so much more.
imagine
'cause-
how dope that shit is.
Dude,
like traveling the
I
world, just
fucking-
fucking shooting your homies fucking skating.
Yeah,
dude, and
dope.
I fucking do a little bit of video, and I'm like, fuck, I give him my hat off, dude, to him, because he's looking for everything right now, dude. He can't find nothing. I gotta piss. Hold on, guys.
Whatever. Oh, I need to put these on.
I'm not sure if he's high or he's drunk. I don't know.
I haven't smoked in a minute. Hold on, my Instagram post. TikTok. What's up? What's up? I drank too many Coors Lights. I got a bump on my head from my chain in the morning. I didn't tell nobody about that, but
Oh my god.
that's how it goes. TikTok.
Bike chain?
He was out there. I pulled up and he's out there just romping this morning, just in the
No.
chain. Got him.
I straight did that. I straight knocked myself with the chain and left a bump on my forehead.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, my gold is too drippy, dog. I don't
Too
need-
drippy. You need a kit for that shit.
Shh, I need to make smaller swim baits.
All right, let's close this bitch out.
Yeah, word up.
We on 2 hours on this podcast?
3.
Jesus.
Total 3. Yeah.
Woo!
At least we're not shitty yet.
I could have another 4, and I'll be.
What are
real
you
excited.
talking about, man?
Everyone's getting loose except Jack.
Why you so
He's
tight,
loose.
Jack?
Trust me.
nah.
He needs a little bit of mushrooms and some cocaine. He'll be good.
And some Zanny.
No, I mean I'd be more loose
Hey, you need
because
some nose beard, bro?
Black
Let's
tar
do it.
heroin.
Nah. I'd be more loose if it was my shit, you know. But like,
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
he's just a homie.
I'm just a homie. Like
He's
I'm
just
not
my
a part
folks.
of Blanked.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
help-
but you're a homie. Like,
Right.
like if someone's like, "Yo, Nick, come up," and I bring a buddy,
right.
you're you're on here just as much. Like,
That's what I
Yeah.
do
think.
you not help these guys?
He helps me.
I help Cesar more
I
than
don't
I
care
do
what.
Blank.
I don't care what he says.
He still
Yeah.
helps. He still helps regardless.
I lean on him
Look
for
at
that
talking
hat he's
mad.
rocking right now, he's still helping
Danny's
us.
being a fucking asshole over there. He said you're not
What's
helping
new
out.
though? What's new though?
Oh, here comes the real shit.
I was born this way.
Don't edit that
I
out.
was born this way.
Nah, you know.
No, you know what I'm
it's just
saying?
me.
Like, it's cool to hear about both you guys because kind of both you guys came up the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And,
And I
yeah.
appreciate you guys. You know, let me just fucking
Yeah.
kick it,
Jack's a
which
fucking
which I'm always doing.
Bro, Jack's
Dude,
a better
hey,
fisher than me.
15?
He's like 10 years
Me
younger
too.
than me.
15-pound fucking frog
Dude,
is like,
the craziest shit I've ever
dude,
heard.
no, that's I appreciate that, dude. That's a fucking crazy fish,
Thank you.
bro.
Bro,
Thank
like,
you.
I'm telling you, I caught that fish.
And that's why I'm saying you come on here and like that validates the fuck. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell me I
Right.
caught this, and these dudes go, yeah, he did. I believe you.
I
Got
appreciate
fucking
that.
great, dude. You know,
Bro, my PB that I caught on my lure that I made myself by myself, and then
Now,
I
there
think
he goes
about,
talking about himself again.
and then I
As you
think,
should, bro. His baits fucking smash big ones.
and then I think about Jack's PB, and I'm like, I wish I could fish as good as Jack.
He tells me that all the time.
It's not even
Bro,
that, bro. It's just
his dad told me he rolled up on the point and was like, "Yo, those weeds they're not right yet. Let me just fish around here." Dude. And then he circled back and made the cast and was like,
yeah.
15.
That was
Like,
a cool feeling.
hey,
Because
yeah.
that was some shit that,
Yeah.
you know, I was just dialed on.
But-
And then I told my dad, I'm like, hey, I want to show you some shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you've always
So
put me on the
fresh.
game. And we rolled up to this spot and I made a couple throws and I was like, it's not right. It's not right. I was like, I'm going to save that spot right there for when it's right. Time goes and I'm like, hey, let's go hit that spot.
Tight as everything. Tight as everything.
And first
And
throw onto
and
the
it
spot.
fucking
Is that your
ate.
PB too, right?
And
Yeah.
it ate.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
First throw onto the spot, I was when you fish the river enough, you know when shit's about to go down.
It clicks.
Everything just starts moving in motion.
Birds
start
chirping.
moving.
Yeah.
You see a fucking seal off into the distance doing its fucking
Yeah.
thing. Just movement everywhere, and you just know. And
You guys get seals up that way?
Oh yeah. They're a fucking
Fuck
problem,
those
bro.
things.
Are you fucking
Oh
serious?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're a fucking issue.
Wait.
I've got
How
video.
far upriver is it?
All the way.
as far as you
No,
can go,
how far up are you guys? From the
miles.
I don't. Freshwater.
mount? Dude, right? Like that's
40
far
miles?
as fuck, dude.
There's been seals that in Stockton. Stockton's all the way in like the outer
it's-
reaches of the delta that hopped out the irrigation canals and they had to be rescued because they were hopping around in a cornfield because they didn't know where the fuck they were. Dude, they're up there eating
They
shit.
should live in fresh water.
Bro, they
and
run up
shit.
here chasing
yeah, they breathe
striper and
air.
salmon,
They
and they
breathe
never
air.
leave.
Oh fuck.
And they never leave.
Yeah, salmon
and then they
and striper.
become they do their thing and they give birth.
How much seals do you guys have? Up there?
Way
A lot?
too many.
Yeah.
There's a
it-
lot.
It's a problem. It ain't a lot, but like straight brackish water, they're on the buoys like in the salt,
Chilling.
like
Mad
making-
fucking chilling.
I have a
fucking-
video of me stealing an 8-pounder from a seal, and he's sitting there pissed off, just
And, oh yeah,
After
The
the
one
gut
he
was
ate,
already
right?
the
ripped
one he
out.
ate when I
ate,
was
yeah.
holding it. It was fucking gutted. What they do is
yeah. So
when they eat the big fish, they
So we're
they
not
don't eat anything
seals.
other than the belly.
yeah, we're not talking about seals. To be honest,
Sea
like since we're on
lions.
here,
Yeah. Yeah.
sea lions. So
Sea
we call
lions.
them seals, but yeah, they eat
Okay.
the belly
And
That's
they
it.
shake it, and you just got nothing but fish that are floating around with
No belly.
a full body, no belly.
That's all they eat, bro.
That's all they eat.
They're
Yeah.
useless, bro.
They don't need anything else. They just want all that fat, all that fucking protein in
Fucking
there.
Piece of shit, dude.
And off
They
the
say
next
they
one
eat the amount of food that they have to eat in a day to survive is outrageous.
They must kill so many bass.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially
Well,
in the early. So when they're really heavy is like January, February,
the salmon and the striper.
and I think because salmon and striper are so low in the bay, they
Yeah.
come in the bass, and the bass that time of year are schooled up.
They
on
found out they never had to
points.
leave.
Well,
Why
yeah,
would you have to leave
Yeah,
the river?
yeah.
And there's no predators. They got nothing bigger than them on the food chain. Fuck. That's
Yeah.
just it. There's no sharks.
Yeah.
There's nothing they got to fucking worry about.
Crocodiles, nothing. Dude.
Nothing. So they just go in here and just get fucking
So you
fat.
kill them, you Stab them? What do you do, bro?
Can't do shit because they're
just
fucking
fucking-
protected because
Yeah,
it's
no,
trash.
You can't, every once in a while you find a floater and you fucking raise
I hit
the
one-
flag, the fucking flag of victory.
I hit one.
I like do a river dance in the carcass.
I had one.
Fuck, dude.
I had one when
We're
I was going
bad.
60 miles an hour across the fucking Frank's track. Come up and I hit his fucking head with the side of my fucking boat, bro. It jarred me sideways.
Dude,
And I looked back. There
That's
wasn't.
extra points. You
Hey,
can do that.
there wasn't, dude. And I didn't purposely do it. This motherfucker
No.
surfaced right in my lane while I was running, and I turned to look, not floating.
Which they probably don't know it like they would know saltwater.
It's
like,
all new to them,
different.
but
Yeah.
we have places that basically feed them. Like we have tournament anglers that have a fucking release tube, and all these motherfuckers do is just sit there and feed on it like it's a goddamn buffet.
Why do they do that?
Yeah.
Because they're
Russo's-
lazy.
At Russo's, they have a tube, like where they release from the dock.
And it's not really on Russo's. It's more of the tournament organizations that want to fucking use it. But
they slide them down the tube by the launch ramp.
and they just sit there and fucking rub their belly until that motherfucker is just disordinated and they don't know where the fuck they're at. They
Yeah.
just want to go and eat these fish because they're just getting fat because they don't have to try. All they're doing is just eating them. You got tournament anglers on the dock going, motherfucker, he just ate the fish I released. Well, then quit being a lazy bastard and go fucking drive and go release them somewhere else if you care that much. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you care enough, don't feed them.
Yeah.
You might as well throw that bass in that motherfucker's mouth the way that you're feeding him right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if they're on a routine and it's easy for them where they're at, don't make it easy. If they want to eat that fucking bass, make it hard for them. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it easy. Drive a mile out or wherever the fuck you want to go and go dump them somewhere else.
Mind you, it's not every tournament
No.
that those seals are sitting there waiting for those things.
Yeah.
It happens, though, but it's not. It's not all the time.
It's seasonal.
Yeah.
Seasonal.
Early in the year, it's definitely worse than others.
Fuck,
Yeah, and then
man.
now, like the salmon come in, so they're in now. But it's just another predator. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't eat everything, but they eat a lot. They're motherfuckers.
Fucking blow a spot out real quick.
Oh, they do.
Oh, you'll be fishing a spot and you'll see a seal roll in.
You might as well leave.
Yeah, they'll come up to the surface with the fucking fish in their mouth and throw it. They like to like a seal, like they'll throw it, and it'll be like a fucking 7-pound bass, and you're like,
Really? Piece of shit.
really, bro? I got like 3 bites today, and you're just chomping 7-pounders that won't bite my rib bait.
You'll see them go under hyacinth. You'll see hyacinth patches just.
Yeah, floating vegetation. Yeah.
Bro, those surfers right next to your fucking boat scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
They
don't care, yeah,
It's
bro,
like
they
a
don't
fucking
care.
Volkswagen
They ain't
pushing
scared
water.
of nothing.
Yeah, dude.
They're just becoming
It's
accustomed
crazy.
to everything.
Oh,
Yeah, they know that you can't fuck with them and shit. Like, they'll roll right up on you. Like, guys who fish for stripers and hang their fish over the side on a stringer.
Good luck.
They can't anymore.
Dude, no, it's
they're
always
gone.
been like that. When
They're
I was
gone.
like when I was coming up as a teenager with my dad, we bait fish. I'd stood on the side of the boat with a paddle, and they'd come up and steal your shit, and I was waiting, and I broke a paddle on them. They don't care. They like break a paddle on my head. Fool, I don't give a fuck. I got your striper. Like, they're gone.
Yeah.
So I
They're
mean,
just 400
but-
pounds of beef.
at the same
Dude.
time, it's like we fish in a tidal fishery. Like, I don't like it whatsoever, but like they're just another predator in the food chain.
Yeah.
just like us. What are you gonna do?
They've
be
adapted,
told, dude.
really.
Yeah.
There's no hunting. They're overpopulated. There's a lot of stuff. It's just like down here in San
Yeah,
Diego.
yeah.
You've seen the beaches in San Diego. There used to be the kid beach and
crazy,
shit.
dude.
And you can't even swim there because there's so many sea lions overpopulated
Fucking kill
because
ya.
you can't do nothing. There's no predators.
Yeah.
Because sharks are here. Fuck a shark. They'll scare sharks away.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, what are we going to do until we can weed them out?
Yeah.
Because
The only
they're
way-
overpopulated.
Yeah.
They want to eat.
The
I
only
mean,
way that'll happen is when they bite somebody. That's
I'm
the
trying to
only
get
way
some
that'll
burgers.
happen.
If I was overpopulated, I don't give a fuck about none of you cats. I'm eating burgers. Nah, man. I bet Carl's Jr. Fuck it.
And hand
But,
out baits
yeah.
to strangers.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Fools are hungry.
Everyone's got to eat.
Everybody's gotta eat, man.
Where can we find blanked all your guys' shit?
So blank.com, BL8NKT.com. You can find our store on there. If you go out to the left-hand corner, you'll find the 3 lines. That'll find your featured articles, our
Awesome.
newest shit, stuff like that. And then on the homepage, you'll see the shop button. We have all of our apparel, merchandise. I mean, you got hats, shirts, stickers, and then you got our baits. We offer, handful of different things, and it's going to continue to grow as it is. And hopefully people continue to want to support and want to be a part of this because we enjoy doing this and we, enjoy being a part of it with the community. And this is fun for us as much as it is for anybody else. So
definitely. Where can they catch you on Instagram?
I'm Delta Dude 4, and you got Toxic Bait Suck, you got Typical Jack, and then Blanked is just BL8NKT on Instagram, and continues to grow, man. It's been a fun experience.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for all coming down.
Thanks for having us.
Event.
Yeah, absolutely.
To fucking do a podcast
Hell
together.
yeah.
The first, I think the longest travel.
It was worth the
by
trip,
someone,
man.
dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Fun time.
Been off the hook.
Got a little buzz.
Yeah, it's dope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to be straight up with you, like, Toxic Baits, Blanked, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you've had some straight studs on here, like some people that I look up to.
Yeah.
This is a humbling experience. For
Yeah,
sure.
so when you're like, yo, come on the podcast, I'm like, yeah, for sure. You know,
Appreciate
like,
Fun
this.
time, guys.
like, you know what I mean? Like Matt Newman and those cats are
Legendary.
to me
Legendary.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been in the industry a long time. They've fucking earned their chops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I listen to those cats. I'd be like, Cesar Chavez, what? You know
the
what I
street
mean?
down here, bro. No way.
It's a street name.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Every major city's got that street name.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's dope.
Yeah,
you have a
I
dope podcast. You have a lot of
I
people there
appreciate
with
it,
great
man.
content.
I really appreciate it.
Cool ass
And,
studio.
We do
you know, I'm honored to be here talking on this.
I appreciate
microphone,
it.
for sure.
All you guys, thanks.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it, Nick.
word up.
For sure. And the free
Maybe-
beer. Can't forget about the
They
free
can't
beer.
beat
Maybe
that.
next time.
Yeah,
we
this
get-
Bud Light 805 is the shit, fool.
Maybe
Sorry.
next time.
Ambitious. I'm very
There
ambitious.
you go. Ambitious
Very
sales.
ambitious.
Next time we get Jack to talk a little more.
Fuck, man.
He's
I'm
got
ambitious
good
I
hair.
about-
told you, I'm just
but
the road dog. I'm just down to fucking roll and
Yeah. This
Jack's-
fool's very,
be with the
he's
good
very
time.
ambitious.
yeah.
Jack's got good hair. Don't let him
Thank
fool
you.
you.
It's just nice. Thank you, Danny.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
I can't grow hair.
Word up. Word up.
Later, guys.